Yo, what's up, everybody? We are back for another stream. There we go. How you guys doing? We are going to be doing another chud analysis today. We got another new character to unlock. I'm excited. This is a dude who Jumbo introduced to us on Sunday, I think. So I'll talk about him in a second, but how's everyone doing out there? What's up, Hyperion? What's up, anyone else who's hanging out? Whew, man, I am having a very, like, I guess down tempo, but it's mellow and down tempo kind of day. I'm just starting to get, like, ready to have a vacation. Like, my school year is ending soon, so I won't have to teach anymore for the next few months after next Monday-ish, because there's some things I have to still worry about. But after that, it's just going to be, freedom for a couple months to just do whatever the fuck. Just chilling. Nice. Sounds good, dude. So I'm really excited for that. And then hopefully over the summer, I can really kind of focus on more of what I'm doing right now with like the YouTube stuff and everything. Keep building that. That's the idea. So we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep unlocking new characters, keep doing our things. I don't have plans to go anywhere. I just want a vacation so I don't have to fucking go to work. I don't even like want to do anything special. I just want to chill. I'll probably enjoy like going outside a little bit because I feel like I haven't done that in about a year and a half, and now we can actually do it. So that'll be nice. There's like, the city I moved to, I got here just before COVID started. So like, I really haven't explored it. I really haven't looked around or seen like what it has to offer. And it doesn't have a lot to offer. It has a lot of chuds to offer. I'm in like Chud City over here, like in my territory. But there's some parks and things that I haven't checked out, so I'm gonna go do that. I don't have a car, which kind of sucks. Like I'm on foot, or I'm taking an Uber, or I'm taking a bus or something like that. So that's a limitation that gets in the way a lot, Like there's a lot of cool places within driving distance, but there is no such thing as like a walk to those places or, a public transit route that goes there. But I gotta explore a little bit, so that's basically, my summer is gonna be YouTube and chilling and exploring a little bit, I guess. That's kind of it. I don't really have any big plans. But I'm fucking ready, dude. Like, every day when I'm at work, it's just, like, so mind-numbingly boring. Like, every fucking day. And it's fine because I get to do my own thing, but, geez. Anyways, that's what's going on with me today. I hope you guys are, a little bit more, or I guess less run down than I was. I was going to say, like, more something. I didn't really know what, but yeah, I hope you're less run down than I am. I just feel so run down this week. But we're here. We're live. Ready for summer, though some of it's going to be taken up by studying for licensure test. Yeah, that makes sense. But at least you'll get a little bit of a break, get a little bit of distance on your shit. I'm being impatient while being forced to play the waiting game. Yeah. Hurry up and wait, dude. The famous expression that I still don't really know what it means. I had a dude who I worked for at a screen printing factory for a couple months before I straight up quit because it was like super McCarthy. It was like a super what's McCarthy's first name? The model for the job was very McCarthy Fordist, and I just couldn't stand this motherfucker. So I only worked there for so long, but there were a lot of days when we didn't have shit to do, but we had like a couple jobs, and he would refer to those as hurry up and wait days, and I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what that meant at all. But that's kind of the mood that I'm getting right there when you're impatient, but like you have to play the waiting game, Hurry up and wait. I don't know. Is that what he meant? I don't know. Maybe in years to come, I'll really be able to dig into that wisdom. Joseph is McCarthy's first name. We could just look it up. Is that your bet? Is that what you're placing? Not maybe. Former American senator. Is this him? Is this McCarthyism? Is this McCarthyism? Hold on. What's my guess? Hold on. My guess is I'm covering the screen. My guess is I wanted to say Aaron. Yeah, Aaron McCarthy. What is it? Let's see. Oh, Senator Joseph McCarthy. You got it, dude. Nice job. Nice job. Okay. Let's talk about what we're gonna do tonight a little bit. But first, let me turn this music down. You know what I gotta do? I gotta set up different tracks for my audio recordings so that I can have music for us, but it doesn't get recorded to the VOD. Because I want to make sure I can still like record them. But so today, this is what we're doing. We have a new character that we've unlocked. This one comes to us again from Jumbo in chat. So Jumbo's 2 for 2 with the recommendations right now. I don't know this dude. The only thing that I know is that D'Angelo Wallace also made a video about this guy. But I don't even know what that video is about. The only reason that I'm interested in looking at this dude is because when Jumbo was like, "Hey, have you heard of Elliot Hulse?" I go to his channel and I see, "Tell her no. Stop giving women what they want." And already I'm just like, okay, I know what kind of energy we're getting in for. Hit me with it. It's man time, dude. It's boy time. It's boys night up in here. We're going to be doing some advice for men. So ladies, be careful. You might not like what you hear. This is for men's ears only over here. We're going to tell you no. I just don't. What is this? What the fuck is this? You know, it just looks so good. Another thing, fucking Yurt pointed out that this dude looks like Tyler One's dad. And I just thought he was actually Tyler One's dad for a minute, which would have been so funny. Because he really fucking looks like him. You'll see what I mean when we get into the content. It's great. Yeah, you remembered after an entire year about learning about... Yeah, okay, that makes sense is why you would learn about that then. Or why you would remember that. Yeah, no, what is this, dude? I bet the term female will be used unironically. Dude, you're so right. Yo, Jumbo, I was just giving you credit for this. This is gonna be fucking hilarious, dude. I don't know what we're getting into. I didn't pre-watch anything. This right here, you can see, that right there, that is the extent of my watch. And essentially, I saw him him giving a little bit of advice that was out of context, an intro, and then he started to read a letter. So apparently, I don't know if this is the only thing this dude does, but apparently this video is coming from a fan letter that was sent in asking for his advice. I don't know if he has like a thing or like an email address that people send shit to, but that's what it looks like we're going to get into with this. Look at the early stuff where he's shirtless and talking about taking control of your life. Right, so, oh, that's ironic. So it's kind of like it's a little bit of a Thavian story. I don't know if both of you guys were here for that yesterday, but we checked out that dude Spiritual Magical, or Thavian from Spiritual Magical, who like had all these grandiose claims about being able to talk to spirits and manifest, you know, positive things in his life and shit like that, but then he ends up homeless, begging for money in his video descriptions. So is that similar? We got a similar guy here preaching life advice and preaching things that are going to lead to wealth and other good things happening in your life, but then he just completely runs down himself. You weren't here yesterday? Yeah, I'm gonna do, first, the VOD is uploaded right now, but I have it unlisted. So I will list it on the VOD channel tonight. I just have to do the timestamps. But I also think I'm gonna do a video about that dude, because I think it really tells a good story of like what happens when you follow this sort of new age mysticism to the ultimate end, right? That like these people who think that they have access to a realm where they're talking to extraterrestrial soul beings and shit like that, where they think that's what they're doing, but they just have no ability to actually help themselves or put into practice the ideas they're talking about. I think he really illustrates that. It's more like Piccolo's I Feel Incredible rant. Okay. All right, I'll check it out. Yeah, I was saying before you got here that I saw D'Angelo Wallace talked about this guy, and I didn't see anybody else who did. I was going to look and see if anyone else gave a take on him, but I didn't really see too much. I know it was made about 2 years ago. So I know the channel's not too new. I want to look at the about. Let's see what it says. God, okay, very simple here in the about. Be the strongest version of yourself and empower one another. Okay, empower one another by telling them no. This dude, I love like man exclusive advice. Like men have been so oppressed, dude. We need to rise up and understand our true glory and strength. So that's what we're about to do. First video up here is tell her no. Stop giving women what they want. Are you a woman? Well, no. Do you want to know what time it is? No. You want to know what I think of the weather? No. Get out of here, women. Learn your fucking place, dude. I don't understand this at all. There is a premise here that he's going to explain coming from a viewer or a letter that was sent in by a viewer or fan or some shit like that. What does his shirt say? Strength camp? Oh my god. So I saw the first, I guess 45 seconds of this. Like I saw just after the intro. And after that, I'm going in blind, dude. I'm ready for this. Let's go. New character unlocked. I'm excited.
But it's best for men not to bend to the whims of his woman. It's better for a man to keep his long-term vision. It's better for a man to do what he knows is going to be ultimately.
So Hyperion, you called the, you were saying you're going to hear female. We got his woman so far. So equally dehumanizing, but not a female just yet.
The right thing, even if his woman is nagging him in the moment.
Yo, I want to go back and listen to that, but it's not worth it because he's going to get into it. This is really the true beginning of the video right here.
Elliot.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I just completely destroyed everyone's eardrums. I did not check volume at all, dude. All right, now that that's within a realm where it's not going to clip, here we go.
Yo, Elliot.
Dude. So I did see the intro before we watched this. One thing that just stuck out to me was how long he keeps King on the screen for. And you know that he directed this intro. You know that he was calling the shots on this shit. Look how long King is on the screen for. I think it's so funny. It was a little longer than I showed, but you get the idea.
Yo, Elliot, my pregnant woman and me.
That fucking snap, dude. That snap from the intro. The intro is so unhinged, by the way. It's just him showing that he's strong and him showing that people like him and him showing that he has a family. So those are his values. You're a man, be strong, be family, and have people worship you, essentially. Dude, he really does look like Tyler One's dad.
Yo.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. I want to get it right here to turn it up a little. His audio mixing is so poor. Why is the music industrial music? I don't know. It just like, I think he literally chose that song because it just had the men in the back going, hey, hey, hey. And he's like, yeah, that's what we want. Like, you know, like the dude barking sound. That's all he needed for that to be a good intro. He's like just scrolling through the royalty-free service he paid for the first song that had that noise, and then he was like, "That's the theme. That's it right there." All right, here we go. Let's listen to his advice.
Elliot, my pregnant woman and me decided to live with her parents until I'm able to apply for a home loan in August.
Okay.
I have my own apartment.
My pregnant woman and me. Oh, dude. Okay.
I have a roommate in there already and would be too crowded with the three of us in there. Lately, she's been pressing the situation about moving out quicker and rent instead of purchasing a home because of the stress of her parents in the house. They have 5 dogs and 4 cats, and they tend to be a handful for her when she gets home during the day. We spoke about the situation and told her that it would be best if we waited till August to apply for a home loan. That way we can move into a home that's eventually will be ours. We'd be saving and not having a monthly rent expense.
Okay, dude. The I have to point out the tonal shift from the intro to this. We get like maximum fucking overdrive, super masculine, super hyper adrenaline intro. Fucking everything's turned up to 11. Everything's on blast. King, fucking strong man, family boy, right? And then we just come to like, so my woman, she's pregnant and she wants to rent a house, and I was hoping you could give me some advice on that. Like the difference there, it's actually painful to me. I was like geared up for something totally different, but all right, here we go.
From my point of view, I believe that it's best to put the same money we'd pay for rent and put it towards a home loan. Considering our situation, expecting a baby in November, and living with her parents, do you think it would be best to rent first instead of applying for a home loan, or moving out into a rental while she's pregnant and then apply for a home loan?
Oh, dude, this is so simple. She's your woman, so tell her no. Stop giving women what they want. Is that what he's gonna go to here? Just say no. You know what's best. You're the man of the house. Like, what is that? The advice? Is that what we're gonna get here? I'm like totally gearing up for it. This is, oh, dude, here we go. Your woman has a reasonable take on what you should do with your finances because it will help her mental state before she gives birth to your newborn baby. Just tell her no. She's gotten too much. She needs to know her place. Get back to the kitchen. Make me dinner. Make the baby dinner.
So this reminds me of a podcast I was listening to, or a video I was listening to one time with this guy.
Oh God, his door says "Yo Elliot" on it. Are you for real? Did you see that, you guys? Hold on. This is one of those things where I can't. Hold on. You know, I'm trying to get better at this. I got to use my speed adjustment more. Here we go. Ready? It's gonna be fucking pog, dude. Watch when he moves his head.
A podcast.
Oh yeah, hit me with that slow-mo. Look, it literally says "Yo Elliot," dude. That's the name of the show. It's just so weird, man. You know, I've noticed this about content creators. I almost hesitate to say this too, because it's like, how much am I going to do this in the future? But something I've noticed about content creators is, since their brand revolves around themselves and they want to surround themselves with their brand, they end up surrounding themselves with themselves. And it's really weird. Like, I hope I don't get there. I like my brand. I like my colors. I like everything about it. It's just kind of like, I hope that it doesn't become too me-centric, because like I can't imagine having a fucking door with like, "Yo, Palinoptic," or like, "What's up, Julian?" Like, I can't fucking imagine that. Entering the Yo Elliot Pocket universe. Yeah, apparently, man. The Yo Elliot cinematic universe where women mean nothing and need to hear no more often. It's the one rule we've been given about this universe so far. Be strong. Actually, there's a few, I guess. Be strong, be a king, and tell that woman no.
To a video I was listening to one time where this guy said the worst thing that you could do is give your woman what she wants. Never give a woman what she wants. Give her what she needs.
Get a bust of your... Yeah, that would be fun, dude. Having like a bust of myself in the background that people could purchase. That would be hilarious. That's not a bad idea, dude, honestly. I gotta do a 3D scan.
Video I was listening to one time where this guy said the worst thing that you could do is give your woman what she wants. Never give a woman what she wants. Give her what she needs.
Are you guys in a relationship? Like, what does that... Give her what she needs? Okay, this is more complicated than I thought. This is so unaccommodating. Like, to be in a relationship where somebody is just thinking, no, I'm never going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you what you need. I know what you need, baby. And you don't need this. Oh, dude, I'm going to fucking puke. What is this?
Because a woman will have emotional desires, right? And they want what they want now. And this is just, kind of like female nature.
Oh, there it is. Female count. Boop, number 1, dude. What the fuck is that? Women will want what they want and they have emotional desires. Men have emotional desires too, homie. It's just that they've been conditioned to suppress them because of patriarchal structures that tell them having emotions is womanly, like you're upholding, you fucking piece of shit. What is this? What is this advice, dude? Holy fuck, man. Yo, your woman's just gonna have emotions, man. And like, you gotta say no, dude. Those are just her emotions. Those emotions don't mean anything. They don't come from anything. They just come from the fact that she's got a fucking double X chromosome, dude. Women be women. Women be feeling. Say no to those feelings when she feels them. Then you'll tell her what she needs. Like, what the... Dude. That's a good point, too. That is a good point, Hyperion. What if something I want is something that I also need? Yeah. Honey, I've been feeling... This is the scenario that he's saying this in. A woman is pregnant with her husband. I don't know if he said husband. He just said his woman. Oh my god, he just said his woman. Okay. Uh, with her man's baby, and she's like, I'm really stressed living with my mom and grandmother. Could we find a rental, to accommodate that stress that I might be feeling? And the advice is, yeah, she's just feeling like what she's feeling because she's a woman and she just has emotions. So just say no. She doesn't need that. She needs a home, and you have the vision for that home. She doesn't have the vision because her emotions have clouded her vision. This is so bad. This is so bad already. Fucking 1 minute, 54 seconds with this dude. Like,
not denigrating or knocking women, but it's best for...
How is it not denigrating or knocking women to say that you were subject to biological whims and you have nothing that you can do about it, and you need a man to tell you no and to tell you what you need? How is there anything uplifting in what you just said? It's not to denigrate women. It's not only denigration of women, it's denigration of men, in the sense that, like, the dude has no autonomy or agency beyond, like, what he needs to do in the relationship and the duties that he's been gifted based on his biology, right? Like, it's prescriptive in both ways. Obviously, it's preferable to be the one who's calling the shots and the one who's in control in this model. And there's clear power disparity. But, like, how at all can he act like there's no denigration going on at all? And that's, like, complete... It's, like, maybe he's not trying to say it's empowering, but that's somehow neutral. Like, okay, dude, you're in a different world, man. Yeah, this is nuts right here. What do you think? What do you think of the notion that if you're a beautiful woman, you don't truly have male friends? I just think that stuff like that is so hard to even talk about. Like, what does beautiful woman mean? Like, how do we know that somebody's objectively beautiful and that every one of her friends who are men are even, like, attracted to her, or are even somebody who would be with a woman or see themselves with? Like, our imaginations are so restricted that we think when we hear a man, we're talking about somebody hetero, we're talking about some cis hetero person born with a fucking penis, right? And when we hear a woman, we think the same thing. We think, double X chromosome, born with a vagina, straight, like, gonna be with a man. Like, there's just too many people who I've met in my life to be able to think that that scenario and the way that it's set up could meaningfully tell me about, could help me to, like, meaningfully know or, like, make a conclusion on this or make a remark on this. Like, it's just too vague. Like, what does beautiful mean? Like, that's even where I start with that. You know what I mean? That's just it's too subjective, right? Anyways, this dude's pissing me off a little bit. The idea that he thinks that he's not bringing people down with this language, Someone even said, message your guy friends, I'm horny, and see what happens. And I'm gonna be honest, I think a lot of them just get weirded out. Wait, what? Wait. Now I might be lost in the context or trajectory of these comments. My bad, man. Hold on. Someone even said, message your guy friends, I'm horny, and see what happens. And I'm gonna be honest, I think a lot of them will just get weirded out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If somebody receives that message out of the blue, yeah. No, like all of them would be like, "Oh, I'm coming over. Holy shit, bro." Yeah, no way. Yeah, no way, dude. Like people aren't as monkey brain as we think. There's some monkey brain ass people out there who's just going to like follow their penis like a compass needle. But that is definitely not how everyone operates their life, right? Their line of logic is men are, yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Precisely. No, right. And that too is some of the more, yeah, I see what you're pointing out now, because that's some of the denigration or the belittling and the dehumanization that can come from this thinking, even though it claims to be empowering towards men, right? So I get where you're coming from now. Yeah, I see that. All right, let's keep going.
Men not to bend to the whims of his woman. It's better for a man to keep his long-term vision. It's better for a man to do what he knows is going to be ultimately the right thing, even if his woman is nagging him in the moment. The worst, and I think a woman,
Dude, that is fucked. That is fucked advice. Because it doesn't, he's applying it to a situation where, like, they are having a difference of opinion that, like, maybe isn't super consequential. But if the man just has this idea that, like, you know, the kids need to be enrolled in a certain school, or that they need to live in a certain city, or that, you know, that she shouldn't talk to her mom too often because her mom says things that he doesn't like, then she should listen to that because he knows what she needs. Like, that's what that advice applies to. And that's not even like, you know, we're not even going too far with that. Sometimes you have to go pretty far to make an argument absurd. But this just is absurd when you think about, how do we know that the faculties of judgment or to make a call that any man has is objective and empirical? This is such fucking basic brain logic of like, men math, men calculate, men science smart, women emotional, women flighty, women wrong, irrational, right? Like, that's kind of what this is coming down to, essentially. It's so basic, it's so dumb, it's so essential. It pulls gender back to biology. Like, there's so many fucked up parts about this that we can mention. I'm gonna let him keep digging his grave. I don't think that there's gonna be a point where he starts climbing out.
I think this was actually a
Dude was fucking 9 feet under by the time we like got past the intro. Like, that's impressive, man. And he keeps going.
woman that said this, and she agreed, or it was a man and a woman that were talking, and he said,
Let me go back.
There was a woman.
We missed it. Hold on. He's introducing characters. The story, you know, his world is actually really easy to live in. It's like, all right. You guys are having a fight. Okay, take your pants off. You take your pants off. Okay, penis haver, you're right. You know what she needs. Vagina haver, listen to him. Problem solved. You guys, that's all you need to do. Like, his world is so easy, man. I have to be real. I wish it was that simple. That would be sweet if our problems could come down to that. But obviously, no, that doesn't work because that's not there's no rational basis for thinking that just because somebody's a man, they're inherently more rational and have the capacity to make better decisions than somebody who is born a woman. And not even born a woman, assigned female at birth or assigned male at birth because of their fucking genitals, right? Did he say nagging? He said it before as well, yeah. Nagging versus nagging. Yeah, he was probably going to bring up nagging as well. I can't handle the idea that he thinks that, like, men are just empirically, objectively correct know how to measure the situation, and like a woman should always listen to her man. The idea too that like heteronormativity is all that exists for this motherfucker. Like the fact that he's talking about his woman, her man, it's like there would be no other configuration in his brain, right? It's more that sometimes people use the term nagging with women to undervalue legitimate feelings and arguments that a woman makes. Yeah, no, exactly. To be real, I didn't mention that because I honestly feel that that is very common knowledge. But, you know, when I see a dude like this, I get reminded that we still live like around some fucking grug brain ass motherfuckers, you know?
Term vision. It's better for a man to do what he knows is going to be ultimately the right thing, even if his woman is nagging him in the moment. The worst, and I think I think this was actually a woman that said this, and she agreed, or it was a man and a woman that were talking, and
Yeah, the nagging implies those feelings are illegitimate. Those feelings do not need to enter into the equation when we're making a decision about this.
he said it or whatever. But there was a woman there. She was like, "Yeah, that's right. If my husband gave me everything I wanted, we would be living in a miserable life. We wouldn't be living our best life."
Yeah, you know why? Because you guys don't have balance. Not because he's always making the right call and she always listens to him. It's probably because there's balance where he's listening to her sometimes and she's listening to him sometimes. I guess we just have to go with like basic bitch advice because that's literally the tier of fucking content we're on. But if you guys are in a relationship, strive for balance, strive for the middle ground. If you find yourself at completely polar opposite ends of a problem and there's no reconciliation, talk about why somebody holds the belief that they have or holds the value that they have, work towards an understanding, and from there try to build that bridge. Don't just think that you know better, and because you've been with somebody and you've had experiences with somebody that you know who they are, you know how they are, you know how they're coming across, you know what they mean. Don't take any of that shit for granted. I can't believe I have to give advice like this on the internet. Oh my god, fucking brain dead ass motherfuckers.
And I think this is an opportunity for you to step into that role. This is an opportunity for you to be that stoic, strong, stable partner that she.
That's not stoic, strong, or stable. That's stubborn, close-minded, and belittling, dude. Like, it's literally almost the polar opposite of all of those things. To take her feelings into account, your pregnant wife, okay, her hormones, her chemical composition, or like the chemicals flowing through her body are literally affecting your future kin, right? She is telling you that she's actively dealing with something. It's not insignificant. Women don't just be stressed out because they women, they bleed, they bleed, they be stressed, right? Is that the idea? Like, holy fucking shit, dude. Ooh, what is this guy's channel like? Is this it? Is it just this? Is it just like, hey, you have a penis, so these are the rules, bro? What, compromise healthy adult conversations? Not in my heteronormative culture. Yeah, like that's the thing. It's like they uphold these roles over the humanity of another person. Like they're like, wait, no, but like, wait, you feel this way, but like, wait, you're like a person with boobs and a vagina and the capacity for birth. So like, you feel this way. You shouldn't. You need to be this way. Like that is literally what this reality is for this idiot. And it would be great if everybody fit into these rules. The problem is we live in a world where not everybody fits into those ideas, right? The concepts and ideas and values that come with heteronormativity just does not just is not resonant with certain people. And like, what are they invalid because, oh dude, you got bad brain luck, like shit RNG, bro, sorry, like you didn't get lucky in this fucking society where we just have ultra superficial values and don't give a fuck about you as a human at all, right? Ah, dude. This content's firing me up.
Needs in life, the kind of man that she needs in her life.
I can't.
Right now, she's pregnant, and when a woman's pregnant, as is when she.
Oh God, no, no, no. When a woman's pregnant, she's even more irrational because the baby takes over her brain and gives her baby brain.
Is when she is, in that time of month, the hormones change. Her hormones change, and she's not thinking clearly. It's okay. She's not obliged to think clearly. She's obliged to.
Oh my God. That right there is this isn't denigration. She's not obliged to think clearly. That's the I respect women. Yo, you bleed and you go irrational. I respect that, bro. But I'm the man. So in that time, I'm going to tell you what that means. And you got to respect that for me. I respect you. You respect me. Just know you're irrational right now. You're bleeding. I can't listen to you right now. Okay? I'm the man. Respect that. I'm showing you respect. I'm allowing you to be irrational, but I'm not going to listen to you. And I'm not going to let you and your emotions play into this major life decision we're making. Wow.
to cultivate the emotional positioning, the nurturing, to be there for her baby. This is why it's.
I came in the middle of a sentence. Sorry. I have to clog it back. We have to listen to more of this.
She's obliged to cultivate the emotional positioning, the nurturing, to be there for her baby. This is why it's better for men and women to be together, especially in terms of family. Because a woman who's
oh God, no, oh God, no. Before it was just like grug. Oh my God, dude, my fucking. Oh God, I gotta fix this. Hold on. The sun is like literally. Look at this light right now. That was so bad right there. That confirms to me that he is just thinking, or that he privileged. Anyway, I'll talk about it in a second. Hold on. Okay. How we looking? We're looking good. Okay, that part right there was really fucking bad. Cause like before he was just kind of talking about straight couples, but now it seems like he thinks straight couples are moral and everything else would be amoral. When he says that's why it's best to have a father and a mother when raising a child, because he thinks that certain personality traits come down to biology. And so you need that balance. And so a home that has two moms, a home that has two dads, a home that has two NB parents, a home that has whatever other configuration besides just cishet male, cishet woman, is degenerate, is amoral, is not going to lead to the best outcomes for that child. So not only now do we have a worldview where straightness is just being explained and diagnosed and presented as, the norm, but it's now the best configuration. Now it's like the way to do things in his worldview.
Who's pregnant with a baby, who's raising babies, all her focus needs to be down and in. And she has a trust, and she has to leave it up to.
His background is green screened. Whoa, wait, why? Is he poor? Is he like not able to afford this space anymore? Look, hold on, ready? Oh, I don't want to. Why did I do 2 times there? Hold on, watch. Just look at the edges and look at like right here, his arm. Do you see it? That it's like, here's how you see it. The background is higher resolution than the foreground. I'll make it bigger for us. So his video is lower quality than the background. You can see it with my background too, but I don't care about the quality. I like playing into that like nature of it, right? But for him, it's really obvious, and I think that he's trying to pull off an illusion here. Do you guys see it? Look at the edges, like where his head is, and his arm. His arm is like so telltale to me. Like you can really fucking see it on his arm. Also his shoulder a little bit here, but there's some blur happening right there. Why is he on a green screen, dude? So I guess he just can't afford whatever space this is anymore. He had a severe like drop in view count over the years too. Anytime these types of guys talk about hormones in the time of the month, I want them to in-depth explain menstrual cycle correctly. It's such an age-old thing to think that a woman's emotions are governed by her menstrual cycle. Like, it blows my fucking mind when I hear that shit. It's like, do you know that PMS was like pseudoscience, right? Like, it's just, how do people not know that? Have you ever met a woman? Like, that would be insane if 1/4 of a woman's life, for like 2/3 of her entire lifetime, she's just like out of character, irrational, like unable to like have like a rational conversation or a logical conversation or reasonable conversation. Like, how stupid do you have to be? You know how stupid you have to be? You have to be so emotionally immature to just not understand that this person is a human with an equal capacity to experience well-being like you are, because you've just been conditioned by society to see this person as other than, and you can't picture that they might be on your level or be able to like have their own values and beliefs and ways of governing themselves, and you don't have the emotional depth necessary to have empathy. Like, that's basically what it is. It's like you're so like, you were so immersed in toxic masculinity that you were just like never able to develop empathy, and you always saw women as like an object to be attained, not another human. So now you know someone didn't order a Yo Elliot door. No, I think it's sadder than that, Jumbo. I think this was a real set that he filmed on at one point, but because viewership went down, he lost the ability to like pay rent in the space. So now he just uses it as a backdrop, as a reminder of his glory days. Like, that's what I think is going on here. Yeah, like that's the thing, Hyperion, right? There's always an incredibly reasonable explanation, but like when you're talking to somebody who thinks like this, they are so emotionally immature that they can't understand where their emotions come from. So they think it's just as basic as like, I was hungry. I was just having a bad day. And so they think it's the same for you. It's like, you don't have deep and complex things going on. It's just your hormones. You're bleeding right now. Why does it, dude? We've talked so much about period blood in this. Like, literally for this dude, it's like, you need to know what your woman's thinking. All right, well, first, how many weeks is it till her period?
She has to leave it up to her man to look up and out. And that's what you're doing. You're looking up and you're looking out. You realize the situation that you're in, but you have your head up.
Dude, I wish the situation was reversed, and I wonder if he would give the same advice. Like, he's saying the dude is looking up and out because he's looking towards the future. But I like, how there's a few things here. First thing is, how is the woman also not looking towards the future? She has a baby in her belly that is being actively influenced by the emotional environment and the chemical environment of her body right now. So she's thinking, hey, maybe it's best for us to go get peace of mind and create a, what the fuck? Oh my God, my Chatterino just caught up from like the beginning of the stream. I was like, am I logged? I got so bugged out right there. I had somebody hacked my account, dude. Okay, we're good. I have two-step verification, so don't worry, that didn't happen. But yeah, so like, she is thinking rationally because she's considering like, all right, maybe this isn't the best environment for me to be in during this pregnancy. We should probably figure out a better environment pretty quick so that by the time our baby comes into the world, we're not in this shit environment where I'm stressed, the baby's stressed, right? She's thinking ahead too, but he doesn't credit it in that way because her solution is more immediate, and then says the dude is looking up and out as opposed to her. But then what if the situation was reversed? I wonder, I really wonder what he would say. I really wonder if he would then say that the woman is not looking up and out and the man still is, because now he's thinking about the baby. I feel like he has the capacity to understand how changing your situation right now could equally be appreciated as looking up and out. But because a woman is thinking it and because she's pregnant, he just is going with this line of reasoning, right? Like, it's so fucked, dude.
You're not feeling what she's feeling. You're not wrapped up in the whirlwind that she's in.
Oh God, I thought he was gonna say something actually true. I thought he was gonna say that, like, you have to empathize with her. No, he's just gonna say, like, you have clarity of mind because you're not pregnant and you're not a woman.
You are level-headed. You're cool. You're thinking long term. Stay on your path. Stay focused with that. Even if it's hard for you to enroll her in this, in the end, she's going to see that you're right. And I believe that you're right. I think you're doing the right thing. And even if, and this is going to sound a little bit weird, but just follow me.
This is so fucking toxic, dude. Like, the way this is gonna unfold won't be like this, but essentially, this dude is gonna be like, yeah, some guy gave me advice on the internet to hold firm on my position. He's an expert on men. He's also an expert on women. So I know that he's right and I should hold firm on this. And if it goes wrong, like, he is still going to hold firm because this dude has said she's going to thank you in the end, even if she pushes back. And if he gets divorced, well, this dude will be like, well, that's for the best because she didn't share your vision. Like, dude, this is so fucking toxic. You do not advise people like this. You do not know their lives, and their chromosomes do not tell you what they should be doing in a given situation, dude. This is so fucking, it's dude science, but it's like really toxic dude science. This is like dude nuclear science. You know what I mean? He's sending out the nukes for all the dude bros to, like, just become toxic shitheads through 2020, you know, through the 2020s.
With it. Even if it doesn't work out fully for you and you're alone in August, I think it's important for you to take that position and to take that stance anyway, just so that you remain.
Did he just say, even if it doesn't work out for you and you're alone in August? Dude, this guy's about to become a father. And his relationship's probably completely fine. You're, like, telling him to hold to this position even if it means breaking up? Why not consider, if she's holding firm, if his woman is holding firm in that situation, it's because her emotional needs need to be met. Not because she's so emotional she doesn't know what her needs are. Dude, this is so bad. This is worse than I thought. I didn't think he would be giving direct advice to people. Thought he'd be speaking more blanketly. This seems so fucked.
In August, I think it's important for you to take that position and to take that stance anyway, just so that you remain that frame holder in your relationship.
Oh, maintaining frame, dude. This is Sigma male shit. I don't know much about Sigma males. I still haven't done my research on Sigma males. But I know maintaining frame is the biggest meme out of the Sigma male sector.
I think it's better for you to make that decision for your family.
Why? If he makes that decision and he ends up divorced and alone because you told him to hold firm, how on earth is that better for his family? At all. I do not understand his thinking. Yeah, I knew it was best. Thank God I held firm. Now I have my own apartment. Like, what, dude?
I think it's better for you to be the big decision maker for your family.
Why? Because he's the man? Because he's got the man brain? He was gifted to have a penis, and his penis gives hormones to his brain to make him think logically? Dude.
Ultimately, the buck stops with the man because the man is ultimately responsible at the end, right? They hold us responsible, but they want to give us no authority. All the responsibility.
Oh, now we've got conspiracy theories up in here. This guy's the complete package. We've got biological prescriptivism. We've got theories about them trying to oppress men. And we've got toxic life advice for his fans to just ruin their fucking lives just like he did. What the fuck?
None of the authority. But with authority comes responsibility. So take that authority, be an authority, be that author of your life.
How does that not mean, if being an authority is a responsibility, how does that not mean listen to the emotional needs of the people in your family? Being an authority. No, your sadness. No, no, woman. No, get out. Yeah, don't forget, by the way, don't forget this started with say no to women. This is any emotional need. No, get out of here. You're a woman. Get out of here. Raise baby. Why are you here talking to me? Raise baby. I play poker now.
But take full responsibility for it. And that sometimes means she might fight with you. She might not like what you have to say or what you do. It may be a struggle until you get there, but ultimately, if she's the type,
I will just say again that what he's saying means that anytime you get in a fight, she's being emotional and you're being rational. So ultimately, you win every fight, even if you're being irrational. Like, even if you're being the psychopath, you're still right because you're the man. That is the world this dude lives in. Who hurt him? What did he go through? Like, at the beginning, he had like a family portrait. Is he still with his family today? I really want to know. Or did he hold firm? Did he maintain frame? And now he's green screened in front of his old background here.
a woman that's worth being with, in the end, she's going to say, you know what, you were right. And it's not even that you need to hear that you were right or that she needs to verbalize it, but ultimately she will begin to sense that, wow, this is a trustworthy man. This is a...
Oh God, no she won't. She'll be like, whenever I go and talk to him, he tells me that my emotions are not important and that he knows what's best. There's no way that anybody is gonna be like, yeah, that's the best person for me to be with right there.
right man. He's doing what is the right thing for my family. And he didn't let me push him around when I was in an emotional state. Never let a woman push you.
So he didn't listen to my emotions. I love him. He didn't listen to my emotions. Jesus Christ, dude.
Around when she's in an emotional state. And she will be grateful to you for that. So that's my opinion. That's all I have to say on that.
What is going on?
Congratulations.
Wait, what is going
on?
That was fucking weird. It just like kept unpausing for every time I press pause. Is he reading a script or is he looking back at the letter to see if there's anything else he wants to remark on? I mean, the whole thing was, your woman has feelings? No, you know best, bro. Like, how many letters does he get? Like, why are people still sending him letters? I feel like the advice is just going to be that literally every time. Your woman has feelings? Nah, bro. Well, those are hormones. You know what we call emotions when they're coming from somebody with XX chromosomes? Hormones, bro. Tell her to shut the fuck up and that you know what's best, dude. Like, that's literally the advice.
And she will be grateful to you for that.
Right, and then she'll thank you for it. She will give you a blowjob. Oh, you denied my emotional needs? Well, get that dick out, sweetie. I appreciate the shit out of the fact that you were holding your frame so firm.
So that's my opinion. That's all I have to say on that, man. Congratulations on the baby coming in November. You got plenty of time to get yourself situated. August is right around the corner, bro. I would hate to see you forfeit long-term success to pick up 2 free months, right? In a rental, right? Why would you want to go rent for 2 months when ultimately by the end of those 2 months you could be in a house?
Does he forget that she's pregnant now? This dude does not know. He's just like she's just like the baby incubation tank. She's just like living in the basement chained up. He's imagining her like he would imagine his woman, right? She's literally chained up to the boiler in the basement with everything that she needs right next to her. And by needs, I mean, a bucket, a Lifetime movie, and her favorite bowl so that she can drink water and eat food, right? So he's imagining that situation. So he's like, oh, what does 2 months matter? You're just going to be in the same situation anyways. He's not thinking about the fact that she's pregnant amongst people right now and that's affecting the baby. Like, he has no clue what a fucking woman actually is, because every woman he's ever been with has ended up in his fucking mass grave that he has in the backyard. That's the fucking vibes I'm getting from this guy. I'm sorry.
A backwards way of doing things. And so I think that you're on the right path. I think that she will be grateful for you ultimately by listening to you. And I think everything's going to work out right for you. Let her suffer a little bit longer with the dogs and cats. You know, you do.
Let her use his advice was literally, let her suffer. It's for her own good. She will thank you later. You are the man. You know what is best. Dude, you can't even sum this up in like a favorable or like, you know, a way that sounds like a healthy conclusion to come to.
Do the best that you can to keep her calm and keep her relaxed. But ultimately, you have the long-term vision and you're on the right path. So keep going, dude. Done.
Yo, it's your bro, Elliot. I hope you enjoyed.
What the fuck is this? Oh god, dude, the chud energy, man. This is just like peak chud energy, dude. Except for the fact that he's wearing Ray-Bans and not Oakleys. I feel like the move here would be to wear Oakleys. And I'm surprised we don't see like the Constitution on the wall. Everything else is just like, feels like it fits that chud image, right? He's got like a room that's too small to be a gym, but he like made it a CrossFit gym anyways. We've got the flag of the fucking colonies, the German Shepherd with the chain collar on it. The like shit that's just misplaced all over the room with like no sense of organization, but it's all got like some functional purpose, you know what I mean? Like the fucking trash can that he's using as a stand over here, probably in some part of his workout. Random portraits of like his workout idols, dude. This is just such a fucking disgusting man cave right here. Wait, oh, it's his garage too. Look at his glasses. You can see his driveway. Okay, dude. Just sitting in my garage here.
That video, if you did, you ought to know that it was a clip from the coaching sessions that I have every week with my King Transformation students, where among other things, we get together for about 4 or 5 hours.
Students!
A week. We talk on things related to becoming kings in our lives and fitness.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad, dude. Fuck me, this content. What did we get ourselves into with this?
And with women. If that sounds like you, and you want to join a like-minded group of men who are growing stronger every day in every way in this degenerate age, then
oh, he said it. No, he said it, dude. He said degeneracy, dude. Fuck me, man. So literally anybody who is not cishet is a degenerate. Confirmed. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, you know? Like before when I was bringing it up, it's like he's suggesting, right, that a heterosexual family is the best configuration, but he literally, and then I said it would imply that he would think any other configuration is degeneracy, but oh, he just said it. What does the age of degeneracy means? It literally means the age of non-cishet normativity. Fuck, dude. Well, new character unlocked, you guys.
real simple. Just follow me on Instagram and then DM me the word King, K-I-N-G. Me and my team will get back to you the details and see if you qualify to join us.
Okay, see if you qualify to join us. Does he give you a fucking fitness test? Does he like put you in front of like a TV with like football playing and nachos and then a salad and he just sees and he's got, so it's like, here's the test. Here's what he does. He puts you in front of a TV, right? And the TV only has 2 channels, football or ballet, right? And there's a remote and you got 2 bowls of food. You got nachos, you got a salad. Then you have 2 choices of drinks. You have a Bud Light or you have a LaCroix. And if you choose the wrong combination of things, you're not a king. You're out. Get out of the King's Club. What would you call like the rejects of the King's Club? The serfs? Get out of here, peasant. You chose a salad. I guess they would be the wenches. If you're not a king, you're a wench, right? You chose the salad. You chose the LaCroix. You chose the ballet. Get out of here, wench. Should we watch the last 3 seconds of this? Let's see.
Hope to see you at our next meeting. Done.
Okay, man, it was not worth it in the end. Fuck me. Do we do more? He's got some political stuff. I kind of want to do that. It says beware the new world order. Let's go. Now that we know that he's talking like culture war shit, this is gonna be good.
If you're not following the party line, if you're not doing what you're told, if you're not being a good boy, you'll get cut off. You'll get cut off from the currency. You'll get cut off from Amazon. You'll get cut off from PayPal. You get
Yeah, because clearly you're cut off, dude. I'm watching your video right now. Guaranteed this is monetized. Like, what are you talking? Dude, it always, the censorship, the cutoff, the fucking blacklist claims, like, it's just so stupid, dude. Like, yeah, sure, people are getting blocked and shit, but not in a way where, like, it's just for their message because it's counterculture. Like, and this message isn't even counterculture. This is mainstream fucking conservative ass shit. Like, just, like, stick with traditional family values. Like, that's not counterculture, bro.
cut off from the banks. You'll get cut off by these private companies that we rely on, and the government is not there to protect us as a result.
Yo, Elliot.
What the fuck? This is coming from somebody who probably falls into the same party that thinks that people shouldn't have unemployment insurance or welfare if they are in a circumstance where they can't work. Like, the government should help content creators because they're being banned off platforms. Like, what, dude? Dude, I hate conservative hypocrisy. It's like just always so transparent when you get somebody like this, right? When you don't get like some of the fast talkers and you just get some dude who, like, everything that comes out of his mouth is essentially a contradiction. Oh, I forgot the fucking super testosteroned up intro. I don't even, here, I'll turn it down over in my OBS. That's probably best. There we go.
Yo,
Does he have a wife? I want to look at the family scene just a little bit more. Hold on. I might just go slow through it. Okay, hold on. Is that his wife? Or is that his gay husband? Or is that his pool boy Pedro who he has sex with? Who is that? Are those even his kids? They're all almost the same age.
Yo, Elliot, any tips to
Okay, here we go. Back to normal volume.
safeguard against inflation? The Canadian government is printing cheap cash, and it's sad to think my savings, which are tied up in American and Canadian markets, are dwindling in value even as the numbers climb.
Why would you ask this dude if you can do anything about inflation? How is controlling inflation down to the consumer? Unless that's like some kind of like mega conglomeration corporation owner or some shit over in Canada. Like, what?
Should I stockpile cash under my mattress or stockpile the goods that cash will provide, mainly food, I guess? Or should I invest in some cryptocurrency?
I love the options here. Okay, let's see. We're about to get some, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take this as advice, but my opinion is we're about to get some stock guy tier fucking advice right here.
Yeah, before I answer this question, I am not an expert in finance, not even a little bit. I can give you
So predictable, dude. What the fuck?
some, cut and paste answers that I know a lot of people are into these days. Gold is going up in values, precious metals, Bitcoin's going up, but, sign a waiver. I'll give you a waiver on this one. Do not take my advice on that. But I am thinking about the future.
It always comes with the strongest but, too. Don't take my advice. But I put my money into it always comes with advice like that. I put my money into Bitcoin. I put 200K into Bitcoin last week. It's going up. It looks good. It's very strong. Don't follow my advice.
There is hyperinflation coming to the US and to Canada and probably throughout the world. And one of the things we can do is we can look to countries who have experienced hyperinflation and how those people dealt with it. And I want to make
So are we going to talk about the Weimar Republic right now? Let's do it, dude. Here we go. Let's talk about pre-World War II Germany.
Make a book recommendation. I'll tell you a little bit about it, but it's this book here. When I read your question, I pulled this out of my library. Surviving the
That looks like some really official shit. What the fuck is this? All right, I'll read it. It's mirrored. The Modern Survival Manual. Surviving the Economic Apocalypse. Wait, is economic upside down too? Or are each of the letters vertically reflective as well in that word? Based on the first-hand experience of the 2001 economic collapse in Argentina. Okay, if you're reading anything that's ever giving you life advice in a generalistic tone that's based on first-hand experience, that's red flag number one. This is like one of the first things that chuds do, is like they require a personal take. They need to hear that you experienced it yourself, because anything coming from any sort of data, meta-analysis, or larger statistical sort of quantification can always be interpreted and is never actually reflective of the truth. But what is true is this one particular person's perspective in 2001 and the economic collapse of Argentina, and we better listen to their advice, because that perspective is going to be relevant the next time an economic collapse happens anywhere in the world in the modern day. Like, don't take his advice. He said it up front. Really don't take his advice, and probably don't want to read that book too. I guarantee that book has a lot of rhetorical tactics to make you buy into its fucking ideology, and it's gonna end up with you just like collecting money in your closets and shit in your house, and your house catches on fire and you lose all that. Like, what is this book gonna advise us to do, dude?
The economic collapse, and it's written by Furfal Aguirre. He also has a YouTube channel, and it's based on first-hand experience of the 2001 economic collapse in Argentina.
Yeah, so you know it's real. First-hand experience, can't tell me wrong.
And he goes on to explain why it's important for Americans, North Americans, to read a book like this, because Argentina was in it.
Wait, did he just expand his region because he knew that it wasn't where the writer was coming from, because the dude's from Canada? So he was like, it's really important for Americans, North Americans. That was hilarious.
Is a very industrialized country. You can see, like, economic collapse in certain countries that are maybe a little less like the US and Canada, but apparently, according to him, Argentina was right up there with it. It was just like,
Wait, according to this random dude who has firsthand experience during an economic collapse, like, remember, those are his credentials. It's not that he's an economic expert. It's not that he has some kind of privileged expertise on this. It is literally just that this person lived firsthand through the Argentinian collapse. So him saying that the American system is similar enough that it's comparable is so meaningless, because he has no credentials on that. He's just like, oh, well, it's the Argentinian collapse, but like, trust me, like, Argentina is very similar to the US. Source, trust me, bro.
An extension of the US. It was a very, very wealthy country. And then overnight, there was economic collapse. And, he goes on into why those things happen. And it has a lot to do with, it mirrors what's going on in our countries right now. But
does he mean that there was like a move towards socialism and then the US came in? Okay, I gotta find out what happened. Financial collapse, Argentina, 2001. Argentine crisis, 2001. Okay, and just so you know, I'm not an expert on this, so my prediction is that there's some kind of neoliberal shit at play here. During most of the 1900s, 1990s, Argentina outperformed most other countries, point of no return. As a result of rising worries around Argentina about peso devaluation, so around inflation, and the deposit freeze overnight, interest rates rise sharply. Overnight interest. Oh, got it. Sorry, that sentence did not make grammatical sense to me. Moreover, spreads between U.S. Treasury bonds and Argentine government bonds increased to 5,000 basis points. A bank run begins. Okay, well, that's a little different. What did he say to something very similar to what is similar about that to what's happening in our country right now? Are people that concerned about inflation that they're like stockpiling cash? Like, that's not happening. All right, whatever. I'll let him continue. I'm not granting that point.
He gives practical advice on what to do when the collapse comes. And he gives not just financial advice, but lifestyle advice and things to take consideration of, right? Like, so for example, when hyperinflation hits and the prices of food goes up, crime goes up. And so there's an entire section on, preparing yourself for the coming crime waves. He says,
Stockpile guns, put bars on your windows, turn your house into a bunker.
you all of a sudden crime is just going to start, where there was none, it's just going to start creeping in, right? Even if you live in a safe neighborhood, people
Trust no one. Your neighbors, now your enemies.
are desperate. And when they're desperate, they're going to do desperate things. And so as a result, you have to protect yourself and you have to protect your family. So he gives
This is such an American way of thinking about this. This is why we end up fighting each other for toilet paper at the start of COVID. Because in this country, we just think that it's all about us and our own survival. Like, we cannot think, like, we do not understand the tragedy of the commons, right? Like, we have not learned that lesson whatsoever. Like, as soon as we're given an inch, we take a fucking mile, dude. And because people operate like that, I actually am genuinely concerned to ever end up in a situation where people might perceive that we are all in it for ourselves and like there's no more effective control coming from the government. So we need to like govern ourselves. I'm genuinely scared if we ever get to that point that I would need a gun in the fucking US, because no, we can't just be fucking hippies and grow food and try to take care of each other. We gotta fucking try to kill each other and take what each other has and hoard each other's fucking, or covet each other's wealth and shit like that. It sucks, dude. It really sucks. I don't think that this is the mentality that most people need to have, though. I don't think that, like, because crime goes up during inflation, like, you need to stockpile guns and shit like he's about to recommend. Let's see if that even is his prescription. I'll give him credit, but he hasn't proven us wrong on a lot so far.
he gives advice on everything from how to protect your home, right? We want to think in terms of being able to protect our home, how to protect your body. This is part of the reason when I bought this book, that's when I got into firearms. He was like, you should train yourself on firearms. And if you live in a country where you...
So he read a book that has a cover with a nuclear cloud on it that has a $ etched out in the blast that freaked him out enough about a financial crisis that he was prophesizing in the US because it's similar to the Argentinian government, although there's no empirical signs that show that you need to be concerned about these hyperinflations in the US, at least not presented to us by Elliot or the writer. He got so freaked out by that propaganda that he went and bought guns. Please don't buy that book. Please don't buy that book. That book is probably just some psychopath writing about like writing from hindsight and like a super aggressive and like and closed-minded way about what they experienced and what would be good for them. And it does not sound like it's giving us any sort of universal takeaways that we should apply to our lives, at least not in the context provided so far.
Carry firearms, you should carry firearms, especially if you notice that this hyperinflation is coming, it's hitting. And
where is it hitting? Okay, gotta look. I'll grant that it might be happening. Why hyperinflation won't happen in the US like Vuvuzela? Oh, that's because the CIA won't come in and interfere with the government. Are we headed for hyperinflation? I don't know this website at all. Investopedia. Let's see. Key takeaways. Hyperinflation is out of control inflation. The US says in an annual inflation rate, oh yeah, that's all we have to look at, right? So what's our annual inflation rate? Annual inflation rate. US, I don't know. It's going to show us a timeline, right? Yeah, okay, cool. 9 more rows. Here we go. So, allow cookies. Thank you. Okay, so we're good. If 2%, I've heard even up to 2.5% annual inflation is expected, then we're good. Like, what is he going on? Are there other statistics out there There's probably just like some chud Facebook statistics that are like, watch out, we're next. It's gonna be Vuvuzela. Yeah, what is this? Like, look at this one. It's got fucking 4.2 right here. I can't get into this. I don't know what these websites are. I'll just assume I can't conclude on that for now. But I have not heard from anywhere that I'm looking into that we need to be concerned about hyperinflation. And I feel like there's enough financial chuds out there that like that would be something you hear. I guess I'm not listening to enough financial chuds though. Maybe that's it, to be honest.
Bad things are on their way. He also goes into how to prepare your vehicle, and he says you should take defense driving courses. He talks about the
Right, so it's just a doomsday book. Like, it's gone from it's not a it is a survival book, I guess. Surviving the economic crisis doesn't mean how to take good financial steps to avoid economic rot or ruin during a time where there's economic collapse. It means how to fend off others, which every survival book ever about a doomsday scenario is going to tell you. Like, why do we need it's just that first 10% where it's making a claim that this is arising due to a financial collapse. But other than that, it's just like, all right, here's how you make shelter, here's how you purify water, get some guns, do some defensive driving. Like, do we really need a book on that? Like, he's going to sell us this book like it's got useful advice, but it just has one claim and then generic ass advice. So it's just built for people who are primed to believe in this doomsday conspiracy, right? Like, that's literally it. And he is that sucker.
Type of crime that started becoming very popular in Argentina after the collapse, which was carjackings, essentially, where you'd be driving and then somebody would, they'd block you off with a car, and this was just happening like every day, all the time.
That's crazy, bro.
You should take some defensive driving classes so that you can learn how to swerve and get out of the way when these.
This is so mediocre compared to what I thought it would be with a thumbnail like this, dude. Like the fucking surviving the new world, but it's like, or the new world order. But like, if it's literally just going to be another 10 minutes of him being like, yo, bro, you got to make sure you have guns. You got to make sure you have 2 years worth of canned foods, and seeds are even better. Like, if he's just going to do that, like, we get it.
Guys, are trying to carjack you. In it, he talks about, like, where to live. If it's better to be in the country. He talks about home security. And then, of course,
2 minutes, I mean, the irony, 2 minutes ago, he just said, it doesn't matter where you live, everyone's going to be criminals when this happens.
Or stockpiling, right? Like what food to store, how to store your water. When I got this book, I started storing a whole lot.
Oh my God, dude, it's just the most generic fucking advice ever. Like, I'm predicting it because that's how generic it is. Like, this isn't even specific to him. It's just anytime I've ever heard doomsday prep advice, it's the same shit.
Of water. I just threw it all away. This was back in like 2016. I started storing a whole lot of water. We're moving now, so I poured out all that water, self-defense. And then
that was a good move, dude.
Has a whole chapter. It may be it is the last section. It's on finance, networking, and the new world you live in. And he talks a lot.
So that sounds like the only part that is specific to this crisis that he's predicting in this book, right? It's like intro, my prediction, source, trust me, bro. I lived through it. Then the rest of the book, 80%, is just, all right, dude, this is how you fend off the fucking hordes of zombies who are going to try to get all your resources. Then the last 10% or even less is, here's how to avoid or navigate a new financial environment in a crisis specifically created by financial systems, right? That is hilarious to me. Like, the couching of it being a financial crisis is so unnecessary. This dude really just wanted to make like a doomsday advice book, He really just wanted to get in the market there.
About finances and money. I wanted to get to that here for you guys. Of course, he says precious metals will be important. Just based on his advice, he says don't go buy gold bars or like.
I love how he qualifies that. Just based on his advice, let's not go crazy here. It's like, you're giving advice too, though, man. Like, this whole channel is about advice. You're giving another dude's advice. You're claiming it's not advice, but then you're saying it's somebody else's advice, so that makes it okay. Even though you already said it's not advice. Like, what is this, dude?
Like gold big pieces of gold and shit like that. He says it's better to invest in gold jewelry. This is just his advice. He says get rings,
See? It's just his advice. Like, you can't lay it on me. You can't put that responsibility on me. That's just his advice, you know?
buy jewelry. He talks about, like, you know, back in the day, like the
What the
Indian dudes,
fuck?
you'll see they would have like
Did you see the nose language? Look at this.
100 chains. About, like, you know, back. He says get rings, buy jewelry. He talks about, like, you know, back in the day.
What is he like fixing to go to the bathroom really quick? What was that?
Like the old Indian dudes, you'll see they would have like 100 chains on them because they would put all their wealth in wearable gold, right? And it's not that
who the fuck is he talking about? Mr. T? Who the fuck is he describing there? You see all these old Indians, dude. Anyway, I don't know if it's like, what is it now? It's not just Native American. It's like Native Indians or something, or American Indians or something. I can't remember the exact terminology. Who the fuck is he talking about, though? Like, the only person, I literally had Mr. T pop into my mind when he said what he just said.
Wearing it for fashion. The reason why he says it's better to buy wearable gold jewelry is because because
you can be nomadic with it and keep it on you and use it in as a bartering system. You don't have to lug around sacks of fucking gold. Literally, that's what it's going to be.
Barter system will ultimately develop. This is what he says. And you want to be able to, rather than try to trade with gold coins, which if you have gold coins, he says they start becoming, people get suspect. They're like, oh, this guy has gold coins. And wherever there's a gold coin, there's more gold coins. But he says if you have like a gold ring, right? Or if you have a gold necklace, you could take off a few.
Oh, you're right. He might be talking about Indians, like Southern Asian people with gold chains, like a fucking absolute stereotype over. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what he's talking about.
Links to the necklace, and you could trade, right? He says it's better to do that because people will think that you're desperate. If you have gold coins and you're trying to trade with gold coins, people will think that you're wealthy. But this is just his advice, right? It's not my.
How in this world where people are trading with gold coins and gold is currency, do they not see gold as valuable around somebody's neck? They're like, oh, that's just a chain. Like, what? Is he that dumb? Gold chains are valuable because originally gold was currency. Like, we would remember that really quickly. If we were using gold again, we'd be like, what is that chain made out of? I guess it's made out of magic, dude. I guess it's made out of money and wealth, dude. It's just made out of pure wealth. It's not actual gold.
Advice is his advice. I'm just telling you what he said. He says, but if you have gold jewelry, like pieces that you're selling, that you want to sell as a result, because, you know, gold prices will go up and people will barter with precious metals. He says you look more poor. He says you want to look poor. And so by giving away a ring, maybe you go to the pawn shop.
What? You look more poor wearing gold jewelry as opposed to carrying around gold coins? Are you wearing pants made out of gold coins? What does he mean by you look poorer wearing gold jewelry? Because he initially said if people see your gold coins, they're going to be like, oh. So is he thinking that people carry coins around in a way that's like visually obvious, but when you're wearing a gold necklace, that is not a visual indicator of wealth to people?
And you buy rings, you know, gold rings, and you could just kind of like, you know, I'm parting with my dead great grandmother's ring, right? And even though it's
I don't know what he's envisioning, because I'm thinking Mad Max, but it sounds like he's thinking like basically society is still intact. We just have like a bazaar in every city, you know, and like we go up to a kiosk and we start bartering. Like, I don't understand what world he's talking about, because isn't everybody just gonna like isn't the structure of society just gonna devolve into Mad Max tribes that are just like running around trying to take what each other has? Like, how do we get this market system in this new world? Because aren't we too busy trying to kill each other?
a pawn shop ring, that person will, you know, maybe even work with you a little bit more because you look desperate, or they just won't think of you in terms of, hey, that guy has gold coins, right? So he says the best kind of
right, but he has a gold necklace. This is just so stupid. I'm too focused on this as almost nothing to do with the point of the video, but it's so stupid.
Advice is the best kind of gold and silver is wearable, right? I'm just telling you. If you're the type of person,
I'm just telling you, he keeps saying and he keeps running away from the idea that he is putting this out there as a good idea.
Person that has like, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars that you want to, protect, a better resource for that would be the Sovereign Man. If you go to the website Sovereign Man, he's all about how to protect your wealth. I'm not talking about wealth. I'm talking about survival, to protect your wealth. And so just a side recommendation, look up to Simon Black.
Hey, what the fuck is this? Sovereign Man. Welcome to the world of Sovereign Man. Your passport to more freedom, more opportunity, more prosperity. Is this men shit or is this just like grind culture shit? No, there's a woman in leadership. There's 2 women in leadership. Okay, why is this called Sovereign Man then? Do they mean man like human? All right, whatever. I don't even give a fuck. This just seems like some like Ty Lopez. Is that his name? Yeah, it seems like some Ty Lopez esque like advice firm,
Simon Black has a whole website. He teaches you how to expatriate your money and what to do in order to, set up bank accounts in other countries and having multiple passports. And that's if I were to do something.
Oh, that is financial advice right there. He doesn't feel the need to be like, that's not my advice at all on that one. That's some pretty hardcore advice right there. Like
strategic. In a big way, I would follow Simon Black's information.
Like him saying he teaches you how to do this implies you want to know how to do this.
But, if I'm just a basic dude. I'm just a basic dude like you, and I'm trying to survive.
Sure.
This book is more about just basic survival.
I'm just a basic dude just trying to survive. What are you talking about, man? Did you not, like, put on some kind of, like, facial moisturizer in the morning or some shit? What is he talking about? Just some basic dude trying to survive, man. Like, that is not the case. You're not just happy with bare survival, okay? And nobody is. And also, you don't need a book full of advice on that. That would be, like, context specific. Basic survival does not change depending on what context you're in. Like, you still need water, food, shelter, and social and socializing too, but those are still just your basic needs no matter the context.
He says during the first part of the collapse, cash will be king. He says do not get rid of all of your cash. He says that even while
I can't. He's just talking about the claims in this book now. Is that the whole thing, or
they're the ones that are going to decide? And this is very dangerous. When tech runs the world, they're not under the
just the same shit. Okay, so we got his take on the New World Order. That was not even. When you say some New World Order, we gotta get into like some Illuminati QAnon shit. That was such a tepid version of the New World Order. What else does he have here? What to do when women complain. Oh my god. Women show appreciation. Oh. Yo. What? Dude, are you fucking for real with this? Women show appreciation through submission. How does this not have a crazier like to dislike ratio here? Oh no. This is so bad. Okay, all right. Here we go.
It's a man that actively loves, but a woman who shows her appreciation, shows her love, yields to that, yields to her man's strength.
Yo, Elliot.
Should I expect appreciation from my wife for all I do? I give it willingly to my kids without any expectation of return. Does the same apply to my wife? What are your thoughts?
Okay, wait. He's not green screened on this one. Maybe I was wrong before. I don't really care though.
So, the first thing that comes to my mind is that it's always tough when we set ourselves up with expectations for people. Whenever we have expectations,
okay, this not bad advice, true. We're gonna get to some bad advice real soon, but yes, you shouldn't have expectations of how people will show appreciation for you. Absolutely.
Basically setting ourselves up to be let down. But it's hard not.
So you know what he's gonna say? He's gonna say, like, it's funny because he's just like, your expectations are wrong. You shouldn't expect appreciation through like loving expressions and gestures. You should expect appreciation in the form of submission. The more she submits, the more she appreciates you. So it's not that you shouldn't have expectations in this advice. It's that the expectations are wrong or like not specific enough, essentially.
Not to have expectations.
Skelly, this is bad. The title, Skelly. We already got through a little bit with this, dude. This title is just insane.
Especially in a relationship, to be let down. But it's hard not to have expectations, especially in a relationship where you're providing, you're doing the best that you can. And to simply hear a thank you is music to one's ear. And
yo, this is the second time I get this vibe, but like, who fucking hurt him, dude? God damn. But the problem is, it's not even like somebody hurt him when he was in the right. I guarantee he was like, why won't you submit to me, woman? I know I'm right. I do so much for this family. Why won't you thank me? I'm a good man. I'm a big man. You know, like that's definitely what happened at some point. So it's like he was already in the fucking wrong. And he's just like, nah, like you want that thank you and it would feel so good, but it ain't gonna happen, brother. Give up that dream of that thank you, brother. It's not coming. She doesn't love you. Yeah, did mom not hug him enough? Yeah, right?
Although I'd never really expected it, I'm very grateful for the fact that my wife says thank you all the time. All the time. She and I.
Thank you for coming in my mouth, sweetie. Thank you for telling me I need to do the dishes, sweetie. Sometimes my emotions and my period get in the way of me understanding how to take care of my house. Thank you for being the one to always keep the vision and tell me when I need to shut up. I love you, honey. I will submit to anything. That is what love is to this motherfucker. It's so nasty, dude. It's so nasty.
We'll say thank you to each other. I thank her for every meal she puts on the table in front of me. I'm saying thank you all the time, and she does the same thing. She says thank you all the time. Thank you. Thank you is such a powerful phrase that can transform someone's life. I think that in your situation, if you mirror that appreciation, maybe she'll reflect it back to you.
Let's just so yeah, like this is just being polite. I think this is fine advice. I think it's good to like say thank you to people. He's not really talking about that though. He's more talking, and I'm gonna steelman his argument. I think one thing that's important for me when we watch these things, because this shit is toxic as fuck, let's do our best to understand it in the best light. Let's not give it its worst interpretation. Let's give it its best interpretation. If he's trying to give advice right now to say thank you more, what he means is show appreciation more. But now I'm concerned because he's like, women are going to show that appreciation differently from men. That's the concerning part to me. But apparently in his relationship, that doesn't happen. Apparently outward expressions of gratitude are expected or happen all the time. Like, so doesn't that kind of go against his rule here? Like, shouldn't his wife just like be bending over every time she wants to show appreciation and like lifting up her apron to reveal her butthole? Because she never wears clothes anyways, right? So is that what he means when she's saying thank you, or does he mean she's actually saying words? Because if she's saying words, she's expressing herself, and that apparently is not how women show appreciation. So I don't know. I'm confused here.
Maybe even if you bring it up as a conversation that, hey, I like when you say thank you, or notice when she says thank you. Notice that if she does say thank you, notice when she does appreciate, and say to her, you know, I really like when you appreciate me like that.
Oh my God, every fucking time, dude. Every fucking time, dude. Oh, thanks for holding the door. You know, I really like it when you appreciate me like that. Oh, thanks for giving me a ride. I really like it when you appreciate me like that. Hey, you changed their diaper. Thank you. I didn't even notice. I was on the phone. I love it when you give me that appreciation. Ugh, dude. No, enough. Enough. Like, they'll get it.
I really like when you say thank you to me. One of the ways my wife is, she, you know, love languages are different. You know the 5 love languages?
No.
It's a good book.
No. What? The 5 love languages. What? This is some pseudoscience.
What's going on, guys? Today's video is going to be on the book The 5 Love Languages, The Secrets to Love That Last by Dr. Gary Chapman. So have you ever been in one of those relationships where you think you're doing everything you can to please your partner, but they're still feeling frustrated and unloved?
You know what this whole channel, with this and like the fact that he had another book too, I'm really getting the vibe that he's like in this mindset of the world is the problem, not me. Where it's like, dude, if you need this much advice to just have like normal relationships, you probably should look at yourself and your own methods, not learn how to like make other people adapt to your shit and like make the world suit your image of it. Like, holy shit. Acts of, so the 5 love languages are gift giving, acts of service, affirmations, spending time, and touch. Okay. So those are the ways you express love. Okay. That's kind of weird.
Chapman is the name of the author.
I think that's weird because that doesn't sound complete to me. I feel like I can think of a few more just like off top of my head, like conversation, emotional conversation, you know?
5 love languages.
This also reminds me of just like, I feel that we limit what love is to like what we see in movies. It's like, why does love have to be romantic love? I don't think that it always is that, but we always think of it like that, where love could just be a completely different sense of human appreciation or something like that, right? But we're so busy thinking about it as like this thing that we need in our lives because it's been presented to us like that, that we're like, how do I know when somebody loves me? What's their love language? These were written by a man. This is so weird. This is like territory that just makes me so uncomfortable to think that people need these books to live their lives as opposed to just listening to others around them, or need advice from this motherfucker like on how to get your wife to appreciate you more, as opposed to just being like, yo, I don't know that I always feel appreciated. Like, go talk to your fucking wife. She loves you. Fuck. It's just such basic shit.
And me and my wife have different love languages, right? As many couples do. And one of my love languages is touch, right? And I guess that is for a lot of guys, but I just can't keep my hands off my wife. And she doesn't really like touch me back, you know, like.
Yo, we're getting some serious Ben Shapiro. Why? Wait, pussies are supposed to be wet energy right now.
It's not in her nature. She'll do all kinds of nice things for me because she is her love language is acts of kindness. So she'll do things to show her appreciation or to deliver kindness, but she won't like just.
Get to the point, man. You said you make a hard claim in the title, yet you go on to say that your woman, your wife, appreciates things in a different way than what you claim in the title about women. Is your wife not a woman? I mean, we claimed before, we saw in the intro that it could just be the fucking pool boy. I'm getting closer to thinking that that's the reality now.
Just rub my back or touch me, right? But a couple weeks ago, she touched me, right? I was doing something and she came back. She was rubbing my back, and hugged me from behind. And I was like, that's really nice. You know, I like when you touch me. You don't do it very often, but when you do it, I really like it. Guess what?
Way to ruin the fucking moment right there. Holy shit, way to ruin the fucking moment right there. Wow, thanks for touching me. You know, you don't do it very often, but thank you. That was really nice. Yeah, we're doing Tyler One's dad. You're
That's what I notice. She touches me more often now. Right? Because I said that. Because I told her, I like when you do that.
you had a conversation with a woman. She listened and adapted to your feelings. Holy shit, dude. Wait, women have the capacity for thought and feeling? You've been telling me something else this entire time, dude. You were unraveling the very world you've spun for me.
Maybe the same thing with your wife. I think a part of the reason why Colleen says she appreciates me so much because I probably told
She has a fucking name, dude. 3 minutes in, 2 minutes of him telling the story or whatever, and we finally get her motherfucking name, not just his wife, his woman. Fuck me, dude. That is so fucked. That is so fucked. And like, I don't know how long he's been making videos. It's been a while, according to some of you guys in chat. But like, wouldn't his audience know his wife's name? Like, why wouldn't he just go Colleen? It just really shows that for this guy, the roles come first, the personality comes second. Like, she's a wife first, he's a husband first, she's a woman first, he's a man first, and their personalities come after all of those things. I just assumed he didn't know it. Yeah, true. It's probably that. He forgot, and then he looked at the post-it note in front of his computer to remind him what his wife's name is before he leaves his Elliot door.
her that I like when you show your appreciation. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure at some time very early on in our relationship, she was showing appreciation and I showed appreciation for that appreciation. Like, hey, I like when you show appreciation. Sometimes we can't have these, we walk around with like these covert
Yeah, it's like, Skelly, it's like, let's run through every place that you fit onto the intersectional axes, and then we'll worry about your individual particulars. And like, this is the same type of motherfucker who would like complain about intersectional analysis and thinking that like you are like whatever you were birthed into or your body or whatever, like, you know what chuds say about how like what they think about intersectional analysis. But at the same time, he's like, no, okay, wait, like first she's a woman, she's my wife, she is this old, she is straight. Like, he's all of those things come first, and then their personalities and idiosyncrasies.
Contracts, right? Like we believe people should, and women do this a lot, but guys will do it too. We believe people should just know what we want.
Women will do this a lot. Yo, he reveals so much about his history through little comments like that. Like, women will do this so much. They'll assume what you want. They'll assume you know what they want. Like, okay, dude, you are the worst at communicating. I think everything that we've learned so far about this dude through his videos is that he's a terrible communicator, because he thinks that it's like rocket science for somebody to tell their wife that they appreciate something they're doing. He also thinks that women's emotions and man's emotions are like down to biological traits. He thinks that like women are just gonna do things. I guess that's the same thing. I was just gonna say the same thing, but yeah, you know what they say about assume. Yeah, right.
Right? They should just know how we want to be loved. But sometimes we got to tell people how we want to be loved, right? Your wife might think that she's showing you appreciation because she, like, for example, my wife, she shows her appreciation by doing things like doing the laundry, keeping the house clean, running the errands, right?
He really thinks it's like deep advice to tell people to communicate your feelings. Like, that just shows the level we're on right now. It's like, you know, people really appreciate, like, he's like, you know, people can't assume what you want and what your feelings are, so you have to tell them. Like, okay, cool. Like, that's not rocket science, dude. That's not like the most complicated shit ever. Like, he learned this lesson so late in life that he thinks that it's like a point of maturity for people of his age. But it's like, this is something that you learn like in college when you just meet other people who you've never met before your whole life, and you're like, wow, I guess people are different, and that's okay. And they all have their own emotions and thoughts, and that's okay too.
She's very active. She's very industrious. A very industrious woman. So that's how she does her part, and I thank her for that. And then when I do my part, she thanks me. She thanks me when we pay the bills, right? She thanks me.
Okay, enough. He's told us so many times repeatedly now that his wife shows appreciation by saying thank you. He shows appreciation by saying thank you. We get it. You guys are polite. Like, holy shit, man. Hey, what's up? Oh, you got an ad. I'll wait for you. Let's wait for Connor, everybody. It's fine to take a break right now anyways. It's for the quiet place. What is the quiet place? I've never heard of that. Hello, Connor, once you're back. Hello, Connor. Hello, Connor. I'll just keep saying hello, Connor, until I know the ad is over and you're good and you're with us. I can't really control the ads, you know? Is Hello Connor a movie, or is The Quiet Place must be a movie? I never keep up to date with what movies are coming out. Like, ever. I think the only one that I know is because of, like, looking up YouTube videos for us to watch, but I know that King Kong vs. Godzilla is coming out. Hello, Connor. We're doing some gold content right now, but so far for the last 3 minutes, this dude has just told us that his wife says thank you and he says thank you to his wife.
Last night, we had a rough one with one of our daughters who was talking back, and I had to show her my crazy side, and my wife afterwards.
What? Oh, God, dude. He's so authoritarian. He even said that in, like, one of the last videos where he's like, you got to show your authoritative side. Like, literally whenever anyone around him is having emotions, he's like, no, I don't agree. You stop feeling that right now. I'm the man. You do what I say. Like, literally every fucking time. Anytime he's talked about somebody around him having feelings, he's just talked about how he shut them down, and he was good for that. Like, holy shit, man.
She was like, wow, like, she appreciated it. She said, thank you for speaking up for me, right? Because my daughter was getting ready to walk all over her. And I was like, whoa, we ain't gonna have that, right? And so I was able to deliver that. I was able to deliver my.
I'm sure mom could have delivered that too. Like, if you just gave her the chance to do it, fuck, man. He's got like, oh, no, I got this for you energy. You know, like where there's like a group of people talking and like a woman will like say something she's feeling, and then like someone else in the group will feel the need to explain her feeling to other people. Like, she'll be like, I don't know, that just made me feel uncomfortable. Someone will be like, how did that make you feel uncomfortable? And some other motherfucker will step in like, what she's saying is this. Like, that's literally the energy I'm getting right now from this guy. Like, dude, chill the fuck out. She can fight her own battles. Guarantee it, man. She's lived her entire life. Like, she hasn't needed to just like suck on a man's cock to get everywhere in life, okay? That's probably his imagination. It's like, I guess now that you're off your dad's cock, you need a new cock when you're an adult, and you need a man to tell you what to do when you're emotional and hormonal, which apparently is a permanent state as a woman because you were, you know, so unlucky to be born with 2X chromosomes. Like, shit, dude, guess you gotta bleed. Guess you can't be rational, man. You missed out on that cock energy, that glorious, glorious cock energy.
Grit and my strength and my boundaries as a father. And my wife appreciated it, and she told me she appreciated it. You know, another way that I was thinking about this too. I remember doing
Here it comes.
a podcast with Rollo Tomas.
Here it comes, dude. Here it comes, dude. Here it comes, dude. I remember doing a podcast where I was listening to some evolutionary psychologist who said that because women are the gatherers of the societies, they like to submit and show their appreciation by having a man tell her what to do and doing it and following through with that. That's another way that I've heard women show appreciation. Here it comes, dude. The combination of his beard, facial expressions, and bald head makes him incredibly intimidating. The joke right now is he's Tyler One's dad.
Tomasi. You guys might want to go watch it. It was a couple years ago. Rollo Tomasi. He wrote The Rational Male, and I asked him, so Rollo, he said that a man shows love for his woman through his provisions, taking care of her, and
Didn't you just say there's love languages and your love language is touch? Why are you now saying that you show love through providing and the provisions that you give to the family? What?
the things that men do. Right? He was just talking about the way a man loves. Man loves idealistically, he was saying.
Also, how does a woman not provide anything to the family? Why is it in like the old, like the traditional heteronormative model? I guess it's just because people are literally sexist and dehumanizing towards women. But I was going to ask, why is it that we look at what the man does as providing, where like what the woman does by taking care of the house and the kids and making sure that the domestic is taken care of? And again, in this traditional model, I'm not saying that this is a good model, just in that old world way of looking at it, we think that that is an easy task. We think that that's something that isn't providing anything. Like if that wasn't there, if that person wasn't there, the house would fall to shit. Your relationship with your kids would fall to shit. Like, how is there only provisions coming from the man in the situation? And again, it's because in this view, women aren't completely human or complete emotional agents, right? Or complete rational agents. They're probably emotional agents, but not rational agents. Because we totally don't live in a slightly more complex than Ooga Booga. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We still live in such a fucking grub brain ass society,
Also, we put women on a pedestal. It's just kind of what we do.
Yeah.
He's describing the way a man loves.
So he's just saying, stop simping. Stop simping. Provide. Stop simping. Be a Sigma. Maintain frame. God, dude.
And I asked him, so what is it, how does a woman show her love? And he said to me in that interview, he said, with sex, he says, a woman shows her love by giving sex. And of course I accepted that answer at first because I really didn't know. I was like, wow, that's interesting. But over time I began to analyze that conversation and look at that a little differently. And I don't think a woman in my opinion here, I think it's more expansive than just sex.
It's not just sex. Oh, God, dude. Yo, the fact that he even ended up in that conversation, platforming that person, mentions that person without saying how fucked that take is. Dude.
I don't think...
Oh my God, this is such Elliot Rogers shit, too. This is such ultimate gentleman shit. I drive a BMW. I brought you to the lobster restaurant. Why can't I have a little bit of pussy? I'm the ultimate gentleman. I thought you should show me some appreciation. Isn't that what women do? Am I not worthy of appreciation? Like, holy shit, bro. This is fucked, dude.
A woman shows her love or her appreciation just by sex. I think it's through submission. I think when a woman yields her lust for power over a man, that's her way of showing.
What? When a woman yields her lust for power over man, don't you think her lust is not for power over man, but to be treated as an equal in the eyes of somebody who's dehumanizing and belittling her point of view from day dot? Like, what the fuck, man? This is obvious, just like feminism's gone too far. It's no longer about women having equal stances. Like, any move to empower women means men losing power to this motherfucker. So like women desiring to be treated as an equal and desiring to have more power in the relationship is women expressing their lust for power over men. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad, dude. Holy shit, man. You forget what is the time money spent to pussy exchange rate? Yeah, I know, right? Oh, dude. Yeah, it's exactly that, Connor. Exactly, man. Dude, I can't. This is so fucked, dude. Not normally when we come across these chuds are they so... He lacks subtlety on a level that is surprising to me. And it makes it easy to talk about how dumb these beliefs are. Because again, like all it takes is talking to a person to know that their biology doesn't control their mentality. But he's just like not emotionally mature enough to do that. So like talking about this shit is so. I wish all chuds were this dumb. I wish that all like he is not a grifter by any means. He is just a literal idiot, dude, and he can't form an argument beyond like pseudo evolutionary psychology points. Not even evolutionary psychology is already a pseudoscience, so he's just like making points that make sense to him, doing like the classic dude bro shit, and then platforming that. It's so easy to point out the flaws in this. I wish that they were all like this, you know. There was a day they got smarter. There was a day when they were all like this. He is the smartest. Yeah, that's true. Never mind. I'm the dumb one. I'm dumb for even considering that this dude is doing something other than speaking the truth.
And submission is a form of appreciation. It's a way of saying, I trust you, I believe in you, I'm willing to follow your lead. So sex is kind of the same thing.
But that can go both ways. Like, that definitely can go both ways. But in his model, as he's pointed out already, a man is the one who's supposed to be the decision maker. So it wouldn't ever go the other way around in his ideal world.
Sex, when we have sex, as you could argue with this all you want, but there's an assertion and there's a submission. The man asserts and the woman submits. That's the way it always.
Did you see that? Did you see what he did with his hand? The man asserts. Oh God, dude. And no, have you ever been ridden, my friend? Have you ever been fucked? Not pegged, but have you ever had like a woman ride on top, dude? Like what the fuck, dude? Like, there's definitely times I can think about in my head where I am not the one who's doing the fucking assertion. I'm the one laying back and getting fucked. Like, it's pretty, like, does he have no imagination? He's literally only done missionary. Like, he's literally only fucked missionary style. He's trying to avoid the fact that he doesn't have sex with his wife anymore. Yeah, now her love language is thanking me now. It used to be submission. Those were the good old days.
Looks. In this world where women, treat their clits like dicks and they think that they're gonna get theirs, which is totally backwards.
Whoa. So sexual empowerment is bad? So women should not be sexually empowered? Let's listen to that again. And the fuck is he saying?
And there's a submission.
I got so scared. I was like, we're about to get transphobia. Oh God. It's not transphobia yet. Yet.
The man asserts and the woman submits. That's the way it always looks. In this world where women, treat...
Wait, that's the way it always looks? So it's not actually how it is? Okay, that was just a slip of the tongue, but the more important point is coming. Okay, what the fuck is he saying about a clit?
Their clits like dicks and they think that they're gonna get theirs, which is totally backwards.
What is he gonna get theirs? He does not know how to please a woman sexually. That's what he's just admitting it up front right now. He's like, it's such a fantasy for you, a woman with me, to think that you're going to be able to have an orgasmic experience as though you're a man coming. There's no world where that's possible. Women are impossible to satisfy sexually. That's his belief. Has he ever talked to his wife about the sex they're having? Now I'm concerned. Like, damn, looking at this dude, I would never think I have a better sex life than this motherfucker. But hey, I mean, all right, I'll take it, dude.
But, we live in a perverted world. Women are trying to go get theirs, but generally speaking...
How is that perverted for a woman to want sexual satisfaction in the same capacity that a man does? I guess because for a man, ejaculation is procreation. So, like, the orgasm of a man is pure and, like, should be respected, but the orgasm of a woman is degenerate because it doesn't have anything to do with procreation. Is that what it means? Do you use a condom, or is that degeneracy too? Motherfucking literal turn of the century Andy over here. What the fuck? This guy Def has an American themed Punisher skull sticker on his truck. I know, I'm surprised it's not in the background of this. To be honest, he probably doesn't, because he would have put it in the background of this shit, This is horrible, dude. They're only allowed missionary like the Bible says. I know, I'm getting that feeling, right? I doubt this guy's ever actually given a woman an orgasm. That's what I was saying. He definitely has not given his wife an orgasm, because he's like, he thinks that it's impossible. It's futile to please a woman. Listen to how he says this again.
There, you know, they gonna get theirs, which is
They gon' get theirs. Like, he does it with like super scare quotes. They gon' get theirs, as though like that's so ridiculous that a woman could ever have an orgasm. Like, he is obviously talking about his own personal experience. It's not like he did the fucking survey, you know? The Bible doesn't allow tattoos or condoms or shellfish, so God'd love when they pick and choose. I know, right? Yeah, but that's let's talk about that some more. I mean, that is such an easy counter argument whenever you get fucking fundamentalist. Like, I was watching an old West Wing clip where there was a politician who was like a fundamentalist Christian and was like, you know, it's wrong to be gay in the Bible. I don't think we should have gay marriage or whatever. And this person, I don't know, the star of the West Wing or one of them, I don't watch the West Wing, so I don't even know. I just saw this clip, was like, oh, so like my daughter, she's like 17, and in the Bible, like, it's okay to sell your children for slavery. So like, can you tell me what like a good price is for my daughter? Like, I want to be, that would be awesome to be able to sell her into slavery. Like, it's such an easy own. Be like, oh, we're going by the letter of the Bible? Oh, okay, then you're also okay with child slavery. Like, man shall not sleep with boy or some shit. Yeah, right. Man shall not know the pleasures of the G-spot. So says your all-loving God. Now, worship me if you want eternal salvation. And by the way, I love you. This is for your own good. I created you and I'm torturing you for your own good. Prove to me you're worth it.
totally backwards. But you know, we live in a perverted world. Women are trying to go get theirs, but generally speaking, just look.
I cannot think about women wanting orgasms as perversion unless women are just baby vessels. Like, literally, like, that is the only world where that is perversion, because it's perverted to use your baby vessel capacity for pleasure. Like,
just look at the sex organs to understand. A woman softens and opens her body. That's a submissive act. That's a yielding act. A man,
that doesn't, this is what I mean about the dude science. It's like, or the bro science. It's like, because like, you know what? I'm not even going to explain why that's stupid. I'm just going to say, so does your anus to let your fucking poop out, dog. When you poop, you open your asshole. Does that not mean that like you show appreciation through submitting as well? Or is that because it's not within a sexual realm that it's happening? Also, this proves too that he's never pleased his woman, because he doesn't know that people clench their fucking vaginas when they're about to have an orgasm. He does not know that like there's some sort of like tightening up that happens there on occasion when people are really enjoying it. So again, another one up I have on this motherfucker over here. Dude, Jesus Christ. Exactly, Hyperion. Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. It's such a baby brain way of thinking about it. Women, think about it. Women open themselves up during sex, so they like to be submissive. And men go inside of a woman, so they like to be, what, intrusive? A man shows his appreciation by intruding. Appreciate his intrusion. That's his love language.
hardens up and moves towards. That's an aggressive act. So the man is, when he shows his love, it's an aggressive love.
Except that's true too. That's why I thought we were gonna get transphobia, Hyperion. I was so concerned. It's like he was gonna be like turning their clits into dicks. I was so concerned, dude.
And to aggress is the opposite of regress, right? When you think about regress, what is it? It's to move away. But to aggress is to move forward. So a man shows his love.
So what he's doing right now is he's just using rhetorical points to like substantiate what he's claiming is empirical fact, which like would never work. Just because I can rhetorically prove a point doesn't mean that it's empirical fact. Like, if I just say, wouldn't it make sense if we saw this happen, that you would then think this, and you go, yeah, that would happen. I didn't make a fact there. I just used my rhetoric to convince you of something, and he's doing the exact same thing.
Love this way, right? He perks up and moves. A woman shows her love by...
See, so his language is really specific. He perks up and moves. The woman relaxes and opens. He's just using words that make it sound like because these things happen during sex, this means that because your body does these things during sex, that means that you psychologically are going to be showing appreciation in the same way. And also, he's claiming this in a way where it sounds like he's painting a complete picture of what happens during sex when he's ill-informed. Like, don't take anything this guy says seriously. If anyone, I can't believe this guy gets views. I can't believe this guy gets people writing to him, asking for fucking advice. Like, this started with a question from a king who doesn't know how to get appreciation from his woman, which also makes me wonder, like, what is this king doing? He's probably following this dude's advice to the letter. He's like holding firm on his decisions. He's just like being super fucking, he's holding his frame, right? He's maintaining his frame. So of course his like girl isn't showing him fucking appreciation. And this dude's like, so just, you gotta make her submit, bro. This is gonna add another layer into this of just absolute toxicity in this dude's relationship.
Opening up, softening up, and yielding. She falls back. He moves forward. So in the love act, you can see.
What do I think this guy's dad was like? I don't think this guy had a dad. I'm getting like really like, I didn't have a dad, so I'm gonna be a male role model vibes from this guy.
The way it would look, outside of the bedroom. It's a man that loves, actively loves, but a woman who shows her appreciation, shows her love, yields to that, yields to her man's strength. That's another way that I would,
So then there's another problem here too, where now somebody, sorry, I had a little burp. Now somebody who's in a relationship where they aren't seeing that submission from their woman, right? They would think that something's wrong, right? They would think there's something wrong with her. Or if she shows her love in a different way, then there's something wrong now. Like, he's painting that picture as well, which is equally fucked up. Love by, hold on, let me go back. What did we hear?
Who shows her appreciation, shows her love, yields to that, yields to her man's strength. That's another way that I would, look for appreciation in your wife. She might not be saying, I appreciate you, but if she submits to you, she's showing.
No, that's the Shure SM7B. This is industry standard. It's like $400, plus he has it going into a preamp, and then he has like a mixer that connects to an audio interface that connects to his computer. This is like what most streamers would have. It does sound really bad this is like the Joe Rogan mic, you know what I mean? Like, it's capable of basically every high quality voice recording you hear, depending on how you EQ it. So yeah, he's just leaving it super flat.
Well, I love you, I respect you, and I'm appreciating.
Like, just to point that out. That is an interesting thing you say. I didn't really listen to that till now, but this microphone has incredible quality. I mean,
since the release of the Shure SM7B in 2001, it has become the go-to mic for podcasting, live streaming, music recording, and radio.
That's what everyone does, best microphone. And then like they just watch the end recommendation. Like, and you get channels like this where like at the end, they're like conclusions, recommendations, and you just go, okay, here we go. 610 recommendation, right? Like, that's how these videos work. But here's this channel, because I watched when I was starting up my stream, he records on the same thing. He optimizes it. So listen to what this mic can do compared to Tyler One's dad.
That need. So when it comes down to it, although I do 100% recommend this microphone, I don't think it's for everybody, because you don't have to spend $400 to.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice that he's giving this advice too. I think he ultimately says, like, you don't need this mic. Go find something else and just learn how to EQ. Versus me, Blue Yeti. The Blue Yeti's fine, dude. I mean, it's got its own problems, but at least you don't need an audio interface, right? He has no acoustic foam, like no pop shield. Yeah, you don't necessarily need a pop shield for this mic, depending on how it's positioned. But he has it right. Oh no, it's on the mic. It doesn't look like it, but it's like, it's so ergonomically designed that it essentially looks like the form of the mic. But this foam is like covering up the mic right here. Yeah, it's hard to see, but he doesn't have like a pop shield or anything, which doesn't matter for this mic, but he's talking right into it. No, this mic is sweet. Like, it's a really nice microphone, but I agree with most people who review it who are like, you don't need it. Like, it's the thing that gets recommended the most. It's the thing you see the most, but there's the Rode Pod mic. If you are looking into this and you have an audio interface that's capable of an XLR connection, get a Rode Pod mic. That's what I used to use. Right now I'm using a lavalier microphone because I want to be able to like get up and move around and do stuff like that, even though I don't get up and move around that often. But I also don't want to have an audio interface hooked up to my computer right now. So we could talk that sometimes. There's a lot of shit that I've learned when it comes to that shit. I bet the foam shield thing has a shit ton of his beard hair. Yeah, it's like right against his fucking chin the whole time.
Right? If she's always trying to one up you, she's always trying to, take control, or she doesn't trust you, she won't submit to you, she's showing a lack of appreciation for you as a man. Right? That's just the way I would say.
So every time she has her own opinion or feelings or belief about something, she has to submit, and if she submits, that shows she appreciates you. If she doesn't, something's wrong with your relationship. That's the takeaway of this, and that is so fucked.
See it. So just to come full circle, I wouldn't set myself up with hard expectations if I didn't give explicit, if I wasn't explicit about the fact of what I want, because that's a matter of having covert contracts. It's a matter of
What did he, what? I don't, what?
set myself up with hard expectations. So just to come full circle, I wouldn't set myself up with hard expectations if I didn't give explicit, if
I wasn't entering into covert contracts. Does he mean that he has like implicit contracts that he like respects? What does he mean by covert?
Wasn't explicit about the fact of what I want, because that's a matter of having.
Wait, he even says that it's, wait, how can somebody be explicit and covert simultaneously? He just said that these are explicit agreements, and then he's going to move on to say that they're covert?
In covert contracts.
I can't even structure this.
If I wasn't explicit about the fact of what I want, because that's a matter of.
If I wasn't explicit about the fact of what I want in covert contracts?
Of having covert contracts. It's a matter of thinking that they should know what you want, right? And like I said, that's the thing that women do, right?
Oh, God, ew.
Because that's a matter of having covert contracts.
No,
it's a
never
matter
mind.
of thinking that they should know what you want, right?
Yeah, okay, then I can't really get what he's saying here. It just sounds like he thinks that women operate with covert contracts where they think they understand what's expected, but it's not explicitly communicated, so you need to explicitly communicate it so women don't assume, because women don't have the emotional maturity to understand, to communicate their emotional needs. And even if they did, they require the guidance of you, a man, to tell them how they should feel and how they should think in this moment. Fuck, dude, this channel is so toxic in every fucking dimension. Like, there was one piece of advice that I agreed with at the beginning where he said, like, people appreciate showing appreciation. And everything else we've watched tonight, I have disagreed with from the jump, dude. The way he stared at the camera thinking of another big word. I know, he was like, I want to sound more eloquent. I already dropped the explicit. What can I do? Covert? Those things mean like almost the opposite. Shit, like what the fuck is he trying to bring that in for? The contrast on that statement was it was so high that I almost couldn't connect the dots there.
And like I said, that's the thing that women do, right? You supposed to know what I want, right? Man,
yeah, women's so dumb, dude. Women's so stupid. Women have emotion but not know what good for them. I know what good for women. Women's so dumb, dude. This guy really must have had a bad relationship at some point.
Can't act like that. We have to be straight up. We got to be, you just got to verbalize. Say, hey, I really like it when you do that, right?
Ew, and then what? Look at them like a chipmunk? What is this face? I really like when you do that. What is this fucking face, dude? Oh, can I have a blowjob? I like when you do that.
right? This is important throughout your entire relationship with your woman. A woman needs to be praised. It's even in the Bible. You have to.
Oh, dude. Fuck. Man, I eat all my words, dude. This is in the Bible? I'm wrong. We're done. No, okay, it's in the Bible.
You have to
So silly of me. So silly of me.
praise your woman for good behavior, right? And when I say good behavior, it's for the things that bring value to your life. You have to let her know constantly.
Oh my God, yo. Good behavior is what brings you value in your life. That is such an arbitrary definition. Like, what? Oh my God, dude. Like, yo, it brings me value when you just, like, suck my dick when I ask you to. Yo, it brings me value when you cook me dinner so I can work hard. Oh, dude, this is so bad, man. Yeah, for good behavior, exactly, dude.
Hey,
Like, it's so belittling.
appreciate you doing that. I appreciate, like, my wife she brings me the plate, right? My wife doesn't just cook. She'll prepare my plate and she bring it and she puts it in front of me. And
I want to vomit. I want to vomit. I want to vomit. It's so sickening. My wife, she's the ultimate woman. She not only cooks, she brings me the plate. She wipes my ass after I've just freshly pooped in my chair because I don't even know how to wipe my own ass. She does everything for me. I love my wife.
oftentimes, I'm a simp for my wife. I am. Gotta admit. And sometimes I just look
Hey, man, you're not maintaining frame, dude. You're not showing strength there. That's fucked, man. You're creating an opening for weakness and for her womanly emotions to interfere, dude. That's not cool.
up to her. I'll look in her eyes and I'll just tell her, I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, what a healthy relationship he has with his family. His wife knows her place. She brings him his meals. His daughter gets yelled at by him when she feels like she wants to express herself and he feels she's in the wrong. And everybody knows he's the man of the house providing things, so they all respect him. This sounds like a dream home, dude.
Right? And she knows. And it makes her want to do it more. It makes her want to do it more. The more I thank her for doing the things that she does, the more she wants to do it. And it goes the other way around too.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ooh, if he didn't say that part, I was just, oh God, a small saving grace to this last segment.
The more she thanks me, the more she shows appreciation for me, the more I want to do the things that she appreciates.
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that she has things that she wants to and the wants are okay. Because if you remember from the last video, he said never give her what she wants. He literally said never give her what she wants, give her what she needs. Now he's acknowledging that there are things she wants and things that are nice that you should give her. Thank you. You brought them up to that level of humanity, at least, to have their own fucking wants. Jesus.
Feels good to be acknowledged. So I hope that helps, man. Those are my thoughts on that. When it comes to
these videos are so fucking bad, dude. He puts them out so fast, man. All of these are within the same time frame. Like, this is insane. Turn your boner into brain power? I can't stop. What the fuck? What?
instincts. A dog has to just obey his base instincts. But a man has base instincts that he can turn into higher things, right?
Yo, Elliot.
No, you're a subject to your biological chemistry, dude. You've already said this like 6 times. Now he's giving us mixed advice here. I don't know what to do. My whole world is collapsing.
Yo, Elliot, since the beginning of the program, I've overpowered my ego and kept to a running schedule.
I've overpowered my ego and I've been rock hard ever since day one, brother. How can I deal with these chronic erections? Please help.
Upon completing today's run, I was rewarded as a fit-ass queen began her own jog in front of me. Oh. I was electrified.
Oh, Thinking of a woman running in front of you that just like happens to pass your way as a gift. Oh no, man, that's such sad boy energy. That's like the type, that's like one dude who's away from being like, I just wanted to tell you you're really beautiful today. Like, it's like one level away. Like, thinking that a beautiful woman is a gift, I can't. This is too gross, dude. How have we not just like, how have our heads not just exploded from watching this so far?
By the view. And the interesting experience that I then faced was the
Yeah, no, his audio quality is trash. He's clearly just going for, can you hear me, basically, when he's doing this. Beautiful women are gifts, but not for you. Yeah, exactly.
now visible.
Like, the world is, like, constructed for men in this model that he's creating. Because they're the ones who make all the best things happen when you allow them to realize their manliness.
Pride within my sweatpants while he's running. So I think that means code for I had a boner.
What?
Began her own jog in front of me. Oh. I was electrified by the view. And the interesting experience that I then faced was the now visible pride within my sweatpants while he's running. So I think that means code for I had a boner.
That is so nasty. What happens when you go to a beach? What? Just looking at somebody run in front of you induces an erection? That is so nasty. That is so nasty. I don't even have a joke for that. I don't even have anything for that. This is so gross, dude.
I think that's what our man is dealing with. He's running and a girl.
Yo, Connor, that is so good. Then I looked at a dude's ass, and now I think I'm gay. Am I going to hell? Yes, you are. You maintained an erection after looking at a dude's pussy. That is so wrong of you.
jogged in front of him.
God's gonna squish your head, dude. Get ready.
I think that's what our man is dealing with. He's running and a girl jogged in front of him and now he's got a boner. My first instinct was to stop and hide it. Interesting. Since it's now.
Does he not like want to say how insanely sensitive that dude is to boners or anything? Like, that's too sensitive, my man. Just seeing someone, come on.
Shameful for male energy to be on display. Yep, you don't want anybody seeing your boner. But
the way that dude writes it, it's like, oh, I'd be forsaken if anyone were to see my male heritage on display in front of this beautiful specimen of a creature. Right? He like words it that way, and then this dude's like, yeah, it would be bad for people to see your boner. Like, that's yup.
Fuck that conditioning, and I passed her feeling powerful in charge.
Oh no, dude, she's just enjoying her day. She doesn't want to deal with your boner, man. Oh God.
May I have your thoughts? My thoughts are you did the right thing. You can't help what goes on down there, and you didn't make a big deal out of it either way. Like you could have made a big deal out of it. Like,
no, I disagree. I do not want people running around with hard cocks. I don't want people jogging around with hard cocks because they're looking at other people as sexual objects. No. Please don't do that. Treat humans like humans. They're humans. You didn't have a natural reaction. You had a reaction that's been conditioned by your social experience, by the fact that you think that this woman is hot and she subscribes to maybe like pornography beauty standards, so you're popping a boner. It's not a natural thing. You run around in the wilderness, you're not just popping boners every time you see a woman. Like, it's not happening, okay? Please stop encouraging men to show their boners or display their boners with pride and stride past the people who give them with their heads held high. That's not a normal thing. Yeah, this is so nasty, dude. I didn't make a big deal about it. That's why I told. Yeah, that's true too. Yo, good point. Yeah, makes the ultimate deal about it.
Hey, this means I need to talk to that girl, and you didn't make it that way. And of course, I guess where you were leaning first was to be ashamed, like, oh boy, which I guess, that's legit too, right? I don't know. I don't know if you just could, like you could, but if you was interested and you want to talk to that girl, you got this big boner in your pants, it might just be an interesting conversation. That's all.
No, 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 no. This shows why he only has like 29K people watching him. That's not good advice. Please don't go up to people and talk to them with fucking boners, dude. Please don't do that. That's never good advice. I also just figured out why his mic sounds like shit and why his camera looks like shit. If you look in the bottom corner, you see a Zoom name placard. So he's not recording this in OBS. He's recording this in Zoom. What a fucking boomer.
But you did the sexual transmutation move, right? You turned what was a high charge in your body, in your root system. Your balls are right down here. There was a high charge in your root system that you had no control over. It's just what it is.
My root system. I'm gonna start calling my balls my root system. You just hit me in my root system.
Of course, you have judgments about this girl in front of you. You call her a fit ass queen. I wouldn't go so far. I don't know how you decide that she's a queen, but you saw a...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, no, she has to work for that. You make her work for the title of queen. He's like, don't simp. That's literally his whole ideology. Don't simp, bro. Maintain frame. Oh,
nice
God.
Looking ass in front of you, right? So you saw a nice looking ass in front of you, jogging, and the primal instinct strike. But what does higher man do, right? When a lot of people are so...
Yurt's got it. Yurt's got it. Yurt's got the take. That is so exactly correct. He didn't run because he was doing some uncomfortable thing that he was like trying to be more comfortable with because of his biology. He was running up ahead to give a look at what the front side looked like. You're completely right.
They still say this. I can't believe people still say this, like in the comments of my videos sometimes. They say, we're just animals, right? We're just animals. Don't forget that you're an animal. No, I'm not an animal. I'm a man. What makes me a man is that I got right reason.
So is that exclusive to just like men and women don't have reason too? Like, or is that a human thing? Because you're kind of defeating your other arguments right now, because your other arguments literally go back to your biology and the fact that you have, DNA that wired you in a certain way. So like, is that your argument, or like, what is your argument here? Yo, you guys are coming in at an interesting time, Raiders. Yo, we're watching a dude right now who just a moment ago told us that the way that women show their appreciation is through submission. And now we're listening to him tell us how to turn our boners into brain power. So I hope you're ready to learn how to utilize that boner power, because we're all ears right now. Not memeing, this dude is a fucking dick. Like, he's just a complete chauvinist asshole. And he has been from the moment we started this. So just be prepared for that. Get ready for sexism. Get ready for this dude being biologically prescriptive with his language, because he has been this entire time. Also, hello, Astral Mark. I hope that you had a good stream. Yes, Elliot Hulse, or Tyler One's dad, as we've been calling him. Oh, just so you know, on the raid, I heard a tone in my headphones that suggests I only have about 10% left. So let's get to this.
Now, I got intellect. I got an ego. Everyone wants to denigrate the ego, but the ego is what lets you be a man. A dog doesn't have an ego.
I gotta go back. What the fuck is he talking about? Oh, God. I remember what he's talking about. Okay, hold on. I think I have something to say about this.
What makes me a man is that I got right reason. I got rationale. I got intellect. I got an ego. Everyone wants to denigrate the ego, but the ego is what lets you be a man. A dog doesn't have an ego.
If I was taking this seriously, I wasn't memeing, and I wasn't just like taking, if I was actually having a conversation with this person, I would want to know how they know of the existence of the ego. That would be one of like the biggest things. Cause like, you can't just be like, we have an ego, bro. we're men, we have an ego, so we're like better than our animal ways. Also, though, again, this goes against everything he said so far, because a moment ago he was claiming that we are slaves to our biology. So I do not get the intricacies of this dude's worldview, you know? Oh, you got, yeah, BRB, because this is wild. Sounds good, Mark. He's also, he's also recording through Zoom. Notable detail.
Both don't have an ego. A man has an ego which allows him to ascend by being higher than.
Yo, I really don't think it's a coincidence that he's saying a man and acting like it's just men. I really think he does not believe this about women, dude. Like, fuck.
His base instincts. A dog has to just obey his base instincts. But a man has base instincts.
That's not true. A dog fucking loves to please itself, dude. Have you ever seen a dog lick its balls, dude? This guy's had some like very like sad life experiences. He's never met a woman who's been pleased by him sexually. He's never had a woman who like what was the other one? There's another like really sad one that he like revealed. Oh, that like told him how much she appreciated him. And now he's got pets that don't want to get like love from him and pets from him and are only just like trying to feed themselves or shit and poop. Like, no, dogs definitely show that they have like a desire to show affection and like be your companion animal. Like that is like one of the signature traits of dogs and like why we get them. Like, yeah, it's not a primal instinct to like not want to shit in the house. Exactly.
He can turn into higher things, right? What you did, let me tell you what I recognize what you did. He said, I passed her feeling.
Oh, I have to tell the Raiders. So the situation is this guy, dude, Elliot Hulse, gets written a letter by a guy who is jogging down the street who a woman passed by in front of him and he thought she was good looking. So he got a boner, which is insane. He got a boner and he decided to run past her to be unashamed of his biology, when in reality, he just wanted to get a better look. That's the situation we're on right now. So he's going to talk about how to utilize that erectile energy and make it more productive. I don't know what the conceit of the video is, but we'll fucking find out soon.
Powerful and charged.
Is it a letter or an email? I like to think it's a letter. The dude is recording on Zoom.
You took that energy and you let it fuel your workout, right?
What? So you just have an erection while you're at the gym the entire time? No, don't let people feel like it's okay to just have an erection everywhere. What is this? Yo, use that erectile energy and put it into a good workout, bro. What is this advice?
Now, I know your brain was all hooked up and you probably still, of course, you sending me emails and stuff. You're still attached
Nah, he ruined the illusion. It's still a letter. There was a stamp involved.
to her. Part of your brain and a part of your balls is still attached to that woman.
Wait, what do you mean my balls? Do you mean my root system?
But, for you to even be thinking about it all these days later, but you transcended. You ascended.
Dude, of course he loves boners. I think I've said this before. Like, there's nothing more manly than appreciating cock, which is why gay men are unironically the most manly people on earth. Like, straight dudes think that they're the most manly people. No, it's gay men. There's nothing more manly than worshiping cock.
You accelerated, picked up speed, and you just passed her. Right? That's all it is. Hey, I got some energy. You know what you do? Thank you, fit ass, for giving me a boost of energy.
That's literally all she is. Thank you, fit ass. Not a woman, just literally a fit ass in front of you. Dude, that is so gross.
I'm out of here. And that's what you did, right? And you could have left her there too. You could have ran past her and just completely left her, but you carried her with you. She's still hanging out with you in your brain. That's
Oh, what? I was like, I hope he doesn't mean literally. Okay, Jesus.
why. That's why you asking me these questions and stuff. But
Is he gonna like ride him for simping or some shit and be like, you should have just forgot about her? Oh God, dude. The real nice guys let the boy slam the pussy. Wait, what? That comment was so dank. I don't know if I get it.
But You use the word pride, my now visible pride, I guess, which you mean is your boner, proud of your boner. And then you're also proud of yourself for overpowering your boner. So you get a double dose of pride, but be careful because you know what comes before the fall. And that's all I got to say about that, dude. Done.
Yo, it's your bro Elliot. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you ought to know that it was a clip.
Mimi's like
from the coaching
clawing up my fucking flooring over here. This dude is crazy, man. This dude is crazy. I didn't expect such unhinged content. Again, I'm glad it's like so simple, so it's like actually like something that we can attack and look at the problems of. Hold on one second. I'm gonna take care of Mimi. She's being bad. Chat, tell her how bad she's being. She's not looking up at all. I want you guys to see her face. It's just not happening. Oh, yeah, the reflective sunglasses. I was saying earlier, I'm surprised they're not Oakleys. Like, I'm surprised they're fucking Ray-Bans. Dude, I can't. This guy's insane. I bookmarked the channel. All right, good. Yeah, I think we've had enough Elliot Hulse for one night, potentially a lot longer than that. Wow. This content, and it still goes. It's still going on. It looks like he slowed down in like the last couple weeks, but damn, man. Yeah, he's verified. This shit's toxic, dude. This shit is toxic as fuck, man. I hope I've done a good job outlining my ideas on why. Well, I don't know if we even have a need to revisit this in the future, dude, but well, another chud in the cabinet. Another chud in the fucking cabinet of wonders that we're collecting on this channel, dude, right? Tyler One's dad added to the collection. Let's go. Oh man, dude, this was good. And Jumbo, again, fucking bringing us the gold. Literally just a recommendation from Jumbo goes a long way at this point. Anyways, guys, I think we're done for now. I gotta feed my cats. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow, but this was fun. This was fucking hilarious. I think I'll turn this into a YouTube video or something like that. His subs scare you? 815K? Yeah, you're right, dude. It's way too much. Let's forget about Elliot for now, okay? How about that? Thanks for joining me though, you guys. At the year end, are we gonna go through all the chuds? Yeah, we could do like top chuds of 2021, dude. I like that. That sounds great. If you're new and you want to keep up to date with the channel, feel free to join the Discord. I've also been making a lot of YouTube content recently. Literally every day when I'm at work, I've just been editing. So that's something that I'm doing new that if you guys haven't gotten a chance to check out, feel free to do it. I'd love to get more eyes on it. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Because it's really in the early stages and I haven't gotten a lot of feedback yet on it. So feel free to do that. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what's up. Say hello to me over there. I'll probably reply to literally every comment I get because I'll get so few when it starts off, you know? But yeah, this was fun. We're gonna do more like this. What I think for the channel right now, by the way, is I want to do a lot of chud collecting. And I want to do it in a way where instead of kind of focusing on like a topic, let's just go channel by channel and just look at the channel, focus on the character, learn who they are, learn their traits, learn how they tick, just like we did tonight. And kind of just like we did last night with Travy and Zayon. That dude was sad. That was a sad fucking story, dude. Anyways, I will see you guys soon. I hope you have a good night. I hope the world's treating you well. I will catch you on Sunday, not Saturday. I have people coming over on Saturday. So I will catch you on Sunday, but I will be uploading this VOD and I will to the VOD channel, and I'll also be making the last VOD public soon after I post, soon after I end stream because I have to go do the timestamps. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night, everybody. Much love. Good night, you guys.